This is an exclusive Monk Beats rhythm. Monk on the beat. Monk on the beat. Monk on the beat.
Woo! What is up, YouTube? My Cowboys family here, bringing you guys another game day reaction live stream. Of course, as we watch our Dallas Cowboys against the Detroit Lions, hoping to break that losing streak at home.
Yeah, I mean, we had a loss at home until for like 2 years until the playoffs against the Packers in January, and then we haven't stopped losing since then. But hey, this year we haven't won at home. We've won on the road. 3-2 Cowboys against the 3-1 Detroit Lions right here on My Cowboys Family. But before we go there and get to the news info, pregame news info, and
Updates and all of
that
that
good stuff, guys, and get this game kicked off, we gotta do the
shout outs for the
shout-outs
people
to the
representing
family.
here.
Yeah, for the people that rep it here. And number one on the top of the board, baby, who was man representing the sponsor of the week?
John Luna.
Big shout out to John
Thank you so
Luna.
much to Mr. Luna, not just the sponsor of the week, he's also the membership gifting champion.
Yes, big shout out to John Luna, gifting champion here. And one other little accolade for him, he also won the raffle for the month of September the other day.
That's right.
And he got himself a jersey. So we hearing he wants something, Houston Astros maybe, Houston Texans. So might be our first non-Cowboy jersey. Big shout out to John Luna. Appreciate you for everything you do to the channel. And by the way, John Luna is once again leading the current overall board, trying to go back to back like not his, but our Dallas Cowboys of the 90s. So he's right now in first place. We'll crown a champion today. A lot of people right there next to him, behind him. You never know who's going to win this. The overall board also gets you an extra bonus to try to win one of these jerseys. This is probably why John Luna is able to take one of these jerseys this past month. Also, John Luna is in the lead for the gifting championship as well. I think he's got 5 and Skeptical's got 1. We'll see who wins that one tonight. And as far as, you see here the Cash App board, maybe the Cash App King, the one and only, Cab 52 in the house. Much love to you, sir. Appreciate you. He's repping it here. Last week he took it down at the buzzer here on game day. Big shout out to Cab 52. And also big shout out to Jet Lee 44 with 87 Ferguson points. We're gonna need
hopefully
Ferguson
today. Brings it today
We're gonna
as
need him
well.
today. Yeah, hell yeah. So Jet Lee's running that board, but who is currently running in the lead of the Cash App board? And it is the man that stays skeptical. Skeptical fan. Big shout outs to him again. Much love to you, Skeptical. And he's currently got himself a little bit of a cushion there in first place on the Cash App board, trying to get that crown back on his head. Now, on that note, we got that side of things done. We're getting closer to kickoff. There's a couple ways you can drop the love here on the channel. If you want to be on the board, you want to be just help out the channel and show love. You want to be on the leaderboard, start to get chances to win different things, different perks. big shout outs to everybody who's dropped love. And there's different ways of dropping love here, and that is through the super chat here on YouTube. There's also the thanks button for any uploaded or done live stream video. We also have memberships. People jumping in those, like this last stream we had on Friday. Tammy Soltis back in there, but then we had John Luna jump into this back into the silver level, and Calvin Richard jumping up to that silver level. I'm sorry, John Luna was in the star level, and Calvin Richard was in that silver level. So big shout outs to you guys jumping into those memberships. And once you're in the membership, you can then gift memberships.
That's right.
So that's a big way of helping, best way of helping out the channel, and getting people some, some of the navy blue crew, their navy blue membership. Yeah,
FCF
a little trial run there. But there's 4 other ways outside of YouTube.
You have, of course, the Cash App, money sign MyCowboysFamily, the Venmo at my-Cowboys-Family, the regular PayPal link, and of course Streamlabs, which lets your comment show up on screen like a super chat does.
That's right. So on that note, we always do the shout outs for those in the top shelf of our membership. There's a navy blue and that silver level too, which we do on Friday. But every day we shout out the people in the top shelf membership. And by the way, there's always perks to that, as you know, because there's the jersey membership raffle, monthly style here on MCF. And you might have just seen it happen on Friday night, Fan Friday. So, yeah, sewn and stitched jersey. You'll see us wearing exactly those kind of jerseys right here on camera, authentic. That's like right. The whole 9 yards. New and old school players, future Hall of Famers. A lot of Cowboy players available, and a lot of, any team, any sport. It's just limited players on everything else but the Cowboys. But yes, everybody can find something they might want to wear here on MCF. Weekly, so everybody in the star level and over everything level every month gets put into the raffle for this jersey. 1 jersey a month, and also the weekly winners. So, like for example, John Luna being one of he won the sponsor of the week. He gets a bonus entry as well. So that's how we're doing this, just so you guys know. We also do the nightly shout-outs, or the daily shout-outs in this case, of the star and over everything level members, baby.
Thank you very much. The Skeptical Fan, Jet Lee 44, LC, John Luna, of course, over everything.
Ooh.
Chill Pill.
Chill Pill.
The chillest of pills.
Yeah, she's the one dominating over in the After Dark specials. But let's get ready for this game, and baby, let's do those shout-outs in the house. Who's here with us?
Huge shout out to the man, the lunatic, Puro Pinche Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Of course, Chill Pill, much love.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Chill Pill in the house.
Chilling with us here.
She's presenting the After Dark sessions the last 3 months of domination. Just want to shout her out extra special.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Terry Jones. Of course, the man, Cowboys Abroad. Much love to him and his lovely wife, Yumi.
Yes, big shout out to Cowboys Abroad. Let's try to get this win today.
Darren Rossborough, what's up with you? Skeptical Fan always, staying skeptical.
Yeah.
Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, what's up? Chris Plumage, always let's go Cowboys. Unknown Ninja, shout out to you, much love, thanks for hanging with us. And we have Skeptical Fan gifting a membership there. Congrats to Mr. Cowboys Abroad, back in it. And drop him now that you got him again, Mr. Cowboys Abroad. Much love to you. Thank you again, Skeptical Fan.
Big shout out to Skeptical on that one.
Put himself on that board.
Yeah, congrats to Mr. Cowboys Abroad. Skeptical now, 2 gifted memberships. He's basically 4 from jumping first place, 3 from tying first place to John Luna when it comes to those gifting memberships. I'm updating the board as you keep updating who's in the house.
Yes, so actually that is all the shout-outs we have here. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the things that we have to know.
Yes. We have a couple things to know, and it's very important, first and foremost, to note that as I suspected, or not suspected, but we were not sure on Friday about Deron Bland. Oh, we got Calvin Richard first here with a $2 holler.
Thank you so much, Calvin Richards, with that $2 holler saying, all right, guys, here we go. Or technically, it's here we go.
Here we go.
But thank you so much, Calvin Richard. Appreciate you.
Big shout outs to you, sir. Thank you.
Kicking things off here.
He's second place on that board, if I'm not mistaken, currently with Lincoln Kane right behind him. Skeptical Fan. I think Skeptical and Lincoln are like neck and neck right now. Oh, we got Chill Pill. Uh-oh. Chill Pill dropping a bunch of memberships I'm seeing here.
Yes. Holy crap. Still going. Thank you so much, Chill Pill. Kicking off the stream with 10 gifted memberships. Following up Skeptical Fans. Gifted membership. Thank you so much. And shout out to Daniel Berry, Andrew Berrigan, Marco Seppian, Mary Alvarez, Colleen K, Royal Riles Cowboys, that sad Dolphin fan. It's Butch, the Hood Patriot, and Cheese Louise, 23.
That's
Let's
true
go
love
and
right
always
there.
Go Cowboys.
Big shout outs once again to Chill Pill. I got to update the board in a little bit here because she's moving right up this thing. I think she's currently now in second or third place. I'm not sure for this week. Big shout outs to Chill Pill, and great way to help out the channel. The members here getting new memberships and getting those navy blue. You can drop those emojis, by the way. F the Lions, as the wife just dropped there.
I really like the kitten one, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, so we're going to pop the camera on in a minute. Big shout outs to you, Chill Pill. Thank you. Chill Pill now in the lead, gifting memberships. Much love, much love, much love. Now, really quickly, guys, Deron, I know you got a lot to say. When you're speaking, baby, I will do the updating of the board. Of the leaderboard, but I do want to shout out. I want to do a couple things because I kind of got to do this. This was yesterday's news, and Deron Bland, as we kind of weren't sure if he was going to play. Yesterday was announced. Today confirmed that he was not activated off that 21-day window for the injured reserve list, and he's going to miss this game against the Lions today, which I kind of assumed.
Figured.
But and again, with the bye next week, he's going to be probably resting another extra whole week, and then another whole week to practice to get ready for the Niners, which is the game that we play, after the Lions, we get the bye week and then the Niners. So that's the next game up. He'll be ready for that game for sure. But remember, he did not practice on Friday. I thought it was a rest. It wasn't a good sign. They just wanted he had some soreness was the word there.
Okay.
And another thing, the Cowboys ended up elevating two players, and they were exactly the ones I said they were going to elevate. One of them was because of Deron Bland's injury, and that is Amani Oruwari, number 27. This is his third and final elevation for the Cowboys. The Cowboys might have to put him on the 53-man roster after this. The other player, which I knew was going to be, we kind of heard it from Stephen Jones, is Darius Harris from the practice squad. He's a linebacker because of our issues with Eric Kendricks and the uncertainty of Nick Vigil. So, again, Kalen Carson being questionable, Deron Bland not playing, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why O'Reilly was pulled up there. Kalen Carson, though, I'm hoping he can play. I don't know, we'll know more about the inactives in a minute. Eric Kendricks, though, we know he's out, and backup Nick Vigil, questionable. He's the other green dot guy in the middle. What's going to happen? We'll find out in a minute. But we have 6 starters missing against the Lions. There's no excuses, but also no pressure for the Cowboys. No Micah Parsons, no DeMarcus Lawrence, no Eric Kendricks, no Deron Bland. No Marshawn Nealon. That's 5 players all on defense. And then on offense, no Brandon Cooks. 6 guys. Hopefully we'll at least have Micah, Deron Bland, Eric Kendricks, maybe Jordan Phillips back off the injured reserve next week or 2 weeks when we get the Niners for our next game. Again, we have a bye week. A lot of guys getting fixed, getting mending off injuries there. So if the Cowboys can somehow get this victory against the Lions today, we'll be 4-2. The Commanders lost. They're 4-2. The Eagles are 3-2 right now, if I'm not mistaken, after sliding past the Browns. So we'll be right now tied for first. So we get this with all these injuries coming back off a bye, get a big game against the Niners. It at least puts us in a position to, first of all, it's a good feat just to overcome these injuries if we can do that. But also, it'll be a great place to set up with getting off the bye week and getting ready for the rest of the season. Yes. So anyways, baby, I know you had some other things to say.
Yep.
So you hit me up with the game day stuff.
The list of inactives, guys. No real surprises here after everything we touched on. Micah Parsons, Eric Kendricks, Kalen Carson, Deuce Vaughn, Matt Waletzko, John Stevens, and emergency backup quarterback Trey Lance.
So no Kalen Carson, right?
Kalen Carson's on there.
Oh, he's inactive. Okay, so that means we're going to see O'Reilly, number 27, a lot out there, which is a chancy thing. Nonetheless.
That one's not as much of a surprise.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much everything we expected. The biggest thing to me is the fact
that Vigil is not on that list and that he is good to go. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But the Lions inactives, we have Lawrence Strickland, safety, linebacker James Houston, offensive lineman Giovanni Manu, offensive lineman Colby Sorsdahl, and wide receiver Isaiah Williams. That's it.
They're fully healthy.
Very healthy.
They're good to go.
Our Cowboy captains today, Rico Dowdle.
Hey, let's use them.
Oh, man. Chauncey Golston for the defense and Damone Clark, special teams. Shout out to him, by the way.
Special teams, interesting.
So, the biggest piece of news, guys, and keep this in mind, this is going to be huge. With Tyler Guyton coming back from that injury, he's playing more of a swing tackle position today because we're hearing that the starting line is going to be Tyler Smith at left tackle and TJ Bass at left guard, which, by the way, is being backed up by what we are, being told is being reported is on the field. Since we can't quite see that game yet, there's still 30 seconds left in this freaking Tampa Bay Saints game.
It's a 51-27 is blowout, and we're still made to watch this because we're in the zone of we're in the viewing zone for the Buccaneer game. Anyways, go ahead. I mean that's saying What did you just mention? Make a mention of? I'm sorry.
About the fact that Tyler Smith's
the offensive
tackle?
line. We discussed this on Friday and kind of said, hey, I think we should still, even if Guyton's going to be okay, he was on the injury report. I said he should still be the backup, and luckily they listened, especially against Aiden Hutchinson, who's the sack leader right now in the NFL.
So right before the game, McCarthy also said that Nick Vigil, with him being active, will be sharing the green dot responsibilities with Damone Clark. So they've been working on that.
Liu Fao don't have to do it.
Actually, Liu Fao is the third guy in line.
Yeah, so
is what I'm saying. So for whatever reason, Nick Vigil is not out there. Liu Fao will be sharing those responsibilities with Damone Clark. So he's like I said, he's the number 3 guy there. Hopefully, like you said, hopefully it doesn't get to that point. But that is technically something out there.
So green dot, very important guy. That's the person who speaks with the coaches. And right now, that guy is. There's 3 guys basically, right? You got Nick Vigil, Damone Clark, and Liu Fao, who's a rookie. Damone Clark's a third-year guy, but still inexperienced, and Nick Vigil very experienced, but again, he's kind of banged up and injured. He's not on he's not off the he's not on the injury list. He's active for the game, which is great news. We have to see how much he's able to be used. We got 3 guys on defense talking to the coaches, hopefully getting everyone in order.
Unfortunately, the game has already started, and we are missing it.
Oh, luckily it's over, so we're going to see it in a minute.
But I guess CeeDee Lamb had some kind of a great play. You guys, I know you guys are kind of saying in the chat, and the final thing I was going to say is just that Overshown was hyping up the defense before the game.
Yes.
Kind of taking a bit of that leadership role.
I also wanted to say that the Cowboys were, Jordan Lewis was fined $11,255 because he quote-unquote taunted George Pickens at the end of the game against Pittsburgh. George Pickens, receiver for the Steelers. He got, for pulling Jordan Lewis's face mask, $10,230 fine for grabbing his face mask on that play. To me, that's the opposite. But they go off of the players' contracts. And I think that George Pickens is still on a rookie contract. He got called for unnecessary roughness for pulling the face mask. He also got a second. I just think that he should have been fined more for possibly hurting Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis was just talking shit. So I don't know. That's wrong in my mind. But they also fined George Pickens the exact same amount. Actually, an extra $1, $10,231 for displaying a, quote, personal message on his eye black last week. It said, open fucking always. But I don't know. Is he stupid? Because it should be always fucking open. I don't know.
Huge shout out to everybody here in the chat letting us know
what's going on.
Well, yeah, not just that, but Dak threw a pick, but there was a flag, and the reason Dak, ball was picked off is because the defender was holding Ferguson, so that caused the interception.
No Ferguson.
But that was a big one there,
yes,
and it looks like we are now currently in the red zone.
Although
it sounds like Dowdle might have gotten a little banged up during
he's
an
our
earlier.
captain. Be nice to see this game, but they're still on commercial on our side. So as soon as it comes on, we'll put our cameras on and kick this thing off. By the way, the Lions running back duo of Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Montgomery yesterday reached an agreement. A running back reaching an agreement this early. I think he still had 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
A 2-year deal, $18.25 million. And we missed 2 great Cowboy plays. I know, Calvin Rich. That's why we got you guys on
Thank
here.
you so much with that $2 holler. Appreciate
Torturing
you.
us.
But yeah, this is the unfortunate situation of being a Dallas Cowboy fan, not in the Dallas Cowboy area.
Yeah.
Our Cowboy game,
There
here it
we
is,
are.
finally.
And Dak's shotgun. We got the blue jerseys on. Almost gets sacked.
Ooh.
Does not get back to the line of scrimmage with the throw, with the pass. Guess what that means? That means it's intentional grounding on 3rd and 8. As soon as we put it on,
and in the red zone,
the fuck up happens. So it's going to be a kick for a field goal here for the Cowboys, I think. But David Montgomery, we're going to see him on offense in a minute for the Lions, running back, 2-year, $18.25 million extension, puts him in Detroit through the 2027 season and includes $10.5 million in guaranteed money. It's a rarity for a running back to get this kind of deal, but his value is clear for Detroit. Again, the Lions are 6th in the league in rushing, 151.3 yards per game, and they're the only team in the NFL with 2 running backs in the top 20 in rushing. And both guys over 200 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 285, and Montgomery, 271. So they really like this guy. That's why I say extra to keep an eye on David Montgomery, number 5, and number 26, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And in case anyone is wondering, as Brandon Aubrey sets up here for a 34-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, it's going to be 3-0 as long as he just knocks that bitch through. Knocks it through.
It is
close,
good.
but through.
Hey.
Close, but through. Not close for Aubrey. How about that?
He is consistent. He is not the problem here.
Yeah, he's our best player.
Won the coin toss,
Yes.
chose to start with the ball, chose to try and set the tone,
and
so to
set
speak.
it with a field goal.
Field goal was good, but not the touchdown that we wanted here.
Yeah.
So
I'm fixing the corner.
that intentional grounding penalty.
Well,
obviously hurts us.
No, not really, because they declined it.
Actually, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. I have to take that back. It wasn't intentional grounding. It was actually, I was trying to say it, but I didn't want to interrupt you. It was a hold on Zach Martin that was declined. Not intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding actually would have been, I think, automatically loss of down. So it would have been 4th down and 15 yards back farther. Maybe missing that kick because it wasn't the best kick by Aubrey.
So the Lunatic is also saying that the play before that we missed, I guess on that second down, was a dangerous play. They said that dangerous pass play was somewhat close, and the refs let them play. I guess that they ran CeeDee Lamb instead of Dalvin, or sorry, making Lamb run instead of Dalvin. I'm guessing you meant not Dalvin.
Rico Dowdle.
Sorry,
yes.
I just read what was in the chat there. So
let's get the camera
William Bernie
on.
said, "I'll take the 3." Again,
for now,
better 3 points
3-0.
than 0, but it is unfortunate that the offense is trying to not just set the tone, but help the defense.
Well, we need as many points as possible. At least we got 3. But the problem for me is, let me put the camera on as we rep it. I'll tell you in a minute. The biggest problem for me is that the Cowboys, they want to get that. You want to get those as many points as possible, and the reason they get the ball first is to get a touchdown. Not to get a field, not to settle for a field goal. So that's the bigger issue for me. The fact that the Cowboys had to settle again, even though we got 3 points. Yeah. Settle again for the lesser amount of points. It's better than 0.
Part of that situation, though, is you guys are telling us Rico apparently got injured, limped off the field, and it looks like an ankle injury. So thank you, Scorpio, the Lunatic, and others who are letting us know about that. But that's the current situation. Maybe that's part of what we moved away from whatever our scripted plays were supposed to be, because obviously Rico got hurt. But seeing as how this was one of the points of discussion on our Friday stream, Zeke spoke up earlier this week saying to the coaches, hey, why are you guys not using me in certain situations or whatever? If I'm seeing this correctly, since we only got to see that one play on 3rd down, we were in the red zone. We were in a situation where I guess we could have or did run the ball, and then we didn't run it to Zeke.
The thing is that...
I know you're talking Zeke's more of a goal line.
Correct. He's a short yardage. He's not a goal... Just because we're in the red zone, you don't put Zeke in. That's stupid.
No, but why wouldn't you use your number 2 running back if you're running the ball in a run situation?
But you don't use them in the red zones because you're in the red zone. You use them in short yardage. And I think that's the bigger... Here's the hold that led to the interception. But, yeah, that was nothing to do with Dak there. That was an obvious hold. But, look, the point is...
Like I said, it's hard to say just because we didn't get to see it. So that's why I said it's a lot of...
Zeke is not going to be used. Now he's going to have to be used, but not necessarily throughout the game. I say short yardage where you have to use Zeke. The thing is, we don't have Deuce Vaughn. Not that that matters. We don't have Dalvin Cook elevated. So now we only have 2 running backs left. We only have Zeke. We only have Zeke. And we only have Hunter Lipke if Rico is out. I think they're talking about now. Okay, no, they're not. There's not offense. So here we go, guys. It's the Lions' ball. Our defense is depleted.
Cowboys abroad said it. Bad penalty situations usually kill the red zone vibe. So,
and that always, the Cowboys are just a sloppy ass team. No matter how much the refs cheat or people bitch about the refs,
and apparently no matter how much McCarthy does in practice to try and combat that, according to him.
By the way, we're repping today the defense. I am with Trayvon Diggs. We need a big game from him in the defense. I can dig it. There we go. And Diggs gets stiff-armed by Montgomery, who I just spoke about, getting that deal. It's a two-headed monster with this Lions run game.
They just got like 5 yards there.
Yeah. And the thing is that it seemed like Trayvon Diggs got off his block. I think Overshown also got in there too. But he still got the corner because of the stiff arm. Montgomery got the corner because he stiff arm number 7.
It's not like he wasn't where he needed to be, like you said. He just lost.
He
lost the power.
I said this last week when you see Zimmer stopping the run. You see a guy just close down and just break the outside down and make sure they don't get to the outside. And that's what Trayvon Diggs did there. Still got stiff armed. They're passing the ball on 2nd down, throws it out of the backfield, Jahmyr Gibbs, but incomplete. Coverage by Damone Clark, but it was just a bad pass by Goff.
Yeah, just overthrown there by Goff.
Yeah, overthrown, overshown, or Damone Clark in coverage. And, very little pressure there, but,
Texas
just
Cat.
no one's open.
Yep, 8 injured regulars out on the defense.
Right, and I just called 4 of them that are definitely like stars almost in a way. That, whether it's DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. It's Bland. I mean, that's 3 stars right there. Kendricks is the one who knows the defense the best. We got Mukuamu in the game in the slot right now against Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that's a dangerous matchup for us. I don't like that. We got to see how Mukuamu plays the smaller man there. They got too much time. He's going away from Amon St. Brown, going deep. Oruwariye, and he
still caught it.
Got to make the tackle. God damn it! So number 27 getting picked on here first. Again, this is where
very effectively.
This is where the
too.
Cowboys have the issue where they have no cornerback. Now, this is their second guy. Should never have. I mean, this is unfortunate because Amon-Ra St. Brown shut down there by the bigger Mukwamu. No real ability.
I know, but Oruware, unfortunately, he gave up on the tackle kind of early. He was there. He was with him, but he kind of just shoved him and then ran past him a bit.
That's Tim Patrick, by the way. It's a very tall receiver from on the outside. And the other guy is Jamison Williams, the other outside receiver. So, and then you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, 14. And
it is a run to the right.
That's to Montgomery again, and we just can't stop him.
Got
He
like
gets 7
6
yards. Yeah.
Oh, there's a fight between Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jordan Lewis.
Yeah, they talk shit.
Once again, here getting a little.
No, they talk
spicy.
shit in that in the game.
We mentioned several times leading up to this that
Last
basically
year.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, said he's like, I've never in my life heard shit talking the way Jordan Lewis was saying things, and Jordan Lewis was like, well, I don't remember what I said, but whatever it was, I meant it. So.
So they're going to be a lot of jawing, a lot of pissed off players there when it comes to number 14 on them and our number 2.
We need all the help we can get to get this team off their game to give our defense a chance.
Right now they're in the red zone. They're on our 17 and they're running the ball.
2nd and 3 and they run the ball
Montgomery,
up the middle.
Easy run. Nobody's stopping him. Touchdown.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Touchdown. I mean, he ran through our entire defense.
Yeah.
No one could. So
no one could stop.
Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if they run, we lost this game. This is over. We can't stop the run. That's it. It's just the way we're back to that again. And this is the best rushing team in the league. Carl Lawson getting run over.
I'm guessing
he got run over. He couldn't set the edge. He couldn't get the inside.
Who was that last person that did get?
He's getting moved. Everyone's getting moved. That was Mozzie getting moved like a bitch. The foul missing. Donovan Wilson missing.
I mean, yeah, Donovan Wilson.
Yeah, but I mean, baby.
I know. Once you're already
Mozzie
waiting
Smith was on the ground like he was taking a shit. Number 58. What the fuck? Disgusting.
I have questions about how you take shit if that's what you.
He looked like he was sitting there taking a dump like this.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Into a fucking hole in the ground because he was planted. And I'm just saying that kind of shit happens. There's no chance for us to win this game.
Did he miss?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. Some
of
these are just weird.
Angles.
Yeah, weird angles on our side. So
right now, the only weird angle is the way we're playing, which is pretty much common the way we're playing. We could have stopped the run the first 3 games.
This is why
stopped the run the last 2 games.
I know, but
back to not stopping the run.
This is why it was so important for us to have scored a touchdown on that opening drive, though. Obviously the points help. Obviously, we'd much rather be 7-3 than 7-0. But we're down. We now, I was just saying, we're gonna end up having to try and play catch up on a team that seems very inclined to, like you just said, possibly run all over us and put us in a position where we can.
Well, I think what you're trying to say is that our offense is where we need our offense to put up some points in this game. And if every chance they get a drive that can put up a touchdown, and it's whether it's an intentional grounding, whether it's a sack, whether it's a hold, whatever it is, if you kill drives, you're taking 4 points out of the 7 off the board, and they're going to keep scoring touchdowns. If we can't stop the run, if we can stop the run, I told you guys they're gonna play action us to death now. When they want to throw,
I know. Roy Strassner, what's up? Much love.
Roy in the
JP,
house.
Shout out to you. Talk to Sully. Yeah,
Cheers.
Definitely a decade-long problem and a particular problem now with so many players hurt. I think it was Texas Cat who brought it up earlier this stream. Again, 8 players
technically,
hurt on our defense that either start or regularly contribute.
Jordan Phillips, technically, I guess he's not really a starter, but he's a huge contributor. At least in the first couple of weeks till he was put in IR.
Yeah.
That's another guy you could throw onto the list.
So Brandon's Jay. Let me see. We have Maker in the house. We do need touchdowns on field goals. Wiseman 27. Nate. Again, as of now, it seems like unless it's a very blatant penalty, they are letting a lot of that handsy stuff go. I prefer that over them calling every freaking flag. So
I think
John Luna said a 17-yard run for a touchdown. Unfortunately, Mr. Luna, unfortunately,
he just ran through our
should have been
defense.
an interception if someone knew how to turn around. Said Ninja.
Yeah, he's our practice squad player though, Ninja. Talk to Sully said Jerry is quote saving the defensive tackle position for the playoffs. I love it. That's so fucking funny. Queen and King said Washington lost. They did. They're 4-2, but we're going to be 3-3 if we don't win. You know what I'm saying? So we got to handle our business. We can't rely on the other teams. We got to handle our business. And then we see where the chips fall when they may. When it's all said and done, we'll catch Washington.
I'm seeing several people also say. I see Hustle Daily said it. I saw someone else said it earlier. How did the refs not catch the hold on the face mask against Mozzie Smith? So I guess it was a what they're saying, a pretty blatant face mask on Mozzie that,
on Mozzie,
Mozzie got grabbed.
I would have to see
And
it
they
again,
didn't.
but it was just a bunch of people in a pile, and I see Mozzie falling backwards. Now, was he held? Was he face masked? I don't know. Unfortunately, it didn't happen if the refs didn't see it. Right now, this is, obviously a bad start. We have to overcome the refs. We know this, though.
It's all right. Hey, special teams also. Can special teams help?
Does Turpin get a return? No.
Nope.
Yeah, listen, teams.
I'm guessing Detroit is going to play it very conservative and safe on that side of things.
Yeah, with Turpin for sure. Look at our line. Here's the Mozzie Smith. Let's watch Mozzie right in the center there, who was double teamed. I don't know where the fuck. Who was the linebacker? There's just 8. That was the linebackers. Was that 14? Who is 8? Damone Clark is just trash. Number 18 is a bit. Mozzie Smith was rolled, but he was double teamed. Mozzie's trying to help. Mike is trying to help. The problem is that if you watch where Damone Clark goes, he went to the wrong run fit there. He over pursued and then got stuck.
A little play action there.
That got crushed. What? He still gets the ball to CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, who, by the way, I know I didn't want to say it until the offense was back out there, but I am repping Cedarius Lamb because I kind of figured our offense would have to step up to the plate, and yeah, that's when these guys, have to step it up. But
wait,
that
late
just
hit?
took a.
I thought I heard him say. I thought I heard a referee talking. I don't know. Second, that got crushed there, and Zeke's in the game as the running back. He's going to be
it's 2nd and 2. This is
without Rico. It's going to be Zeke and Lipke. That's
play
it.
Action.
Oh, that got almost crushed. That's it out. Tober, what a
way to
catch!
go!
What a play by Tober! He caught it in his hand, moved it in the air, put it to his body, and took it down.
I like that little celebration he did too. He went like this.
Listen,
like,
he's coming
crazy.
to his own. He stopped on that one. It was a little behind him on purpose. What a catch, concentration.
Not even on purpose. I think Dak got hit here again.
Yeah, Dak had to float it to the corner. He got crushed.
Even with Zeke picking up a block, it looked like Tyler Smith lost it there. I saw someone coming from the left.
Zeke went inside to take the block, did not take Aiden Hutchinson. That was that. Here's Zeke running, and he ran for 2 yards.
Look, he gets like 2-3 yards. Oh, someone's hurt, I think, on the Lions.
Is that Aline Mitchell?
90-something? 95?
Yeah. I mean, he's in the middle. 98. Number 98 is Reader. Okay. Mitchell is 54. But, yeah, there's an injury on the defensive line of the Lions.
Hope he's okay, but yeah, so Lion down. Let me go ahead and hit up the chat while we...
Pecco.
Yeah, no, it's probably Pecco. If it was Pico, it'd probably
He's the backup. He's the backup to DJ Reader right now.
So, no kicker jersey. Cowboys abroad. I have... So, my new jersey for this season was Jake Ferguson. How did Jake Ferguson start off his season?
Injured. He got injured in that first game.
Unfortunately, my last handful of jerseys have had some unfortunate luck. So I have been forbidden by Mr. MCF to get my Brandon Aubrey jersey until the end of the season. Just in case.
We're superstitious here.
Just in case.
A little bit stitious. But yeah, I mean, I actually wore Brandon Aubrey already once this year.
Yes, you did.
He is our player of the year for the Cowboys. Right now, I don't care about Dak's contract. I don't care about Micah and his great abilities.
Yeah, I think you wore it the day that he tied the record when he kicked that 66 or 65.
Yeah, Aubrey, to me, Aubrey is the player of the team. Right now, after 5 weeks, he is our best player. Overall, he's our number one player. If you're going to tell me which player would you want on the Pro Bowl team or an All-Pro team, it's Brandon Aubrey, number one over everybody else. Now, of course, I know we got Zach Martin, offensive lineman, but Zach Martin's not playing a great year. He's a great career. But this year has still Brandon Aubrey over Zach Martin and guys like that. Why? Well, because Zach Martin just got called for a flag.
I know.
Zach Martin's not having a great year. I'm just saying, Brandon Aubrey still having an unbelievable motherfucking year. Brandon Aubrey's our player of the year so far. So far. Maybe it changes.
So, and by the way, throwing this out there in case some people missed it, because fortunately we didn't get to see it happen, but it looks like Rico Dowdle got hurt on like his second carry of the game during our first drive with what seemed to be an ankle injury. Fingers crossed it's not too serious. We'll keep you guys updated. As far as we know, he still hasn't been officially ruled out.
I'm going to tell you guys this, though. That injury right there, and, depending on how long, of course, we get 2 weeks to the Niners.
Yeah.
Do not be surprised if you see Dalvin Cook talk. Obviously, he'll have 2 weeks to get ready to play if he has to. And don't be surprised if the Cowboys actually have to forcing their hand to make a move if something serious happened to Rico Dowdle. And they have to now go sign another running back to add to the core they have right now.
Yeah, and thank you, by the way, talk to Sully, who also is our resident ref, and he said that there was no face mask on Mozzie. He was pushed back 3 yards and then thrown on his back.
I didn't see a face mask. I'm with Sully on that. I just wanted to see it.
So, and yeah, Rico got hurt. Like we said, it was. You guys can let us know exactly when it happened, which was like the second run he took.
Pico's going into
Pico's getting checked out here in the blue tent.
But
Rico got hurt during our opening drive with what seemed to be an ankle injury. No updates yet. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
And we got the ball on the Lions 34 with Zeke as the running back, 2nd and 7. Dak's under center. It's a throw. Zeke's picking up. No, Dak's going to his third read. He's getting
about
sacked,
to get sacked
by Aiden Hutchinson. And
there's a flag.
There's a flag. I wonder if it's a hold or I think maybe down the field someone was being held. That's why Dak didn't have anybody open. Nobody was open. There was a reason
possible,
for that.
And I don't see the Cowboys looking pissy, so maybe it's on Detroit.
Let's see. It might be defensive holding.
Let me put it up. I'm not even keeping track of the penalties anymore, guys. Our
team
team was so penalized.
Defensive holding, like
Great
I said.
catch, my love. Especially because of where the flag came from.
Towards the end of the play, and it was from the sideline. So that tells me it was like in a coverage situation, possibly. So there was a hold, and that's why Dak went to his watch Dak's head turn.
Who did he hold?
Read 1, read 2.
Ferguson again?
Yeah, right there. Yep, Ferguson held. Read 3. So he had 3 reads and he got sacked. Can't blame Dak for no one being open when it getting held.
I'm just saying, like, the Lions game plan, like, they are really trying to shut Ferguson down hard.
29-yard line, we gained
like 2 yards.
a yard and a half from Zeke. I mean, Zeke
basically
is just
nothing.
Zeke cannot get anything more than 2 yards. That's pretty much Zeke.
And for the final little point here, as far as the Rico injury, thank you to Lunatic. He said, on the flat route for Rico, looked like the defender caught his ankle underneath his body.
After the catch, he rolled him. Sounds like. God damn it. No hip drop.
Unfortunately, it sounds like it could be more on the serious side than not.
That's going to be a problem.
Just throwing that out there.
For us. Rico was just above average.
By the way, CD in motion there.
Another run to Zeke here for another 2 yards. I mean, literally, everybody goes forward and Zeke just falls.
No, yeah, he did too.
It's like Witten. It's like Zeke's our running back Witten version. That's what he is. Get him out. I mean, we have no other. Rico is much better. Now we're
bringing in Lipke. And,
number 40 is in there.
Yeah, Zeke and Brooks are out.
And Brooks is in there for a blocking down as a receiver.
Yeah, 3rd and 6, by the way.
CD,
obviously, I'm assuming this is
got Turpin.
a pass.
Turpin is the one that came in the slot, and Lipke's on the outside as an outside receiver now. Nobody's in the backfield for Dak, so there's no help here for Dak. No chips, no nothing. Maybe
I have a feeling it's going to be one of those little
you
dunk
might see
down
you might see
plays.
Ferguson chip blocking 97 here. Watch this. Nope, no chip block. It's just steal on him. Gets it to him. Turpin.
Here we go.
First down.
It's time for the Turpin.
On the 11-yard line, baby. Let's go. Turpin with the first. That's why I say Turpin is such a key player, and the Cowboys are using him so much more now in offense than they ever have. Remember how that's one of the things we wanted to see? And we've been seeing that this year. McCarthy finally stepped, again, it's more and more every week. It's certain downs and distances that you see Turpin being used, but Turpin's been effective on offense. Now he's out, of course, but and I think he's effective in the red zone, too. We should use him more.
Speaking of red zone, I see Ezekiel Elliott lined up.
12-yard line.
CeeDee Lamb in motion.
And it is not a run to... Oh, man.
It is a run to Zeke.
I said it was not a run to...
misses a step because I see TJ Bass.
Alla Mitchell got in there. Why? Because...
TJ Bass was on the ground.
And I saw Tyler Smith also kind of looked like he was pushed back. But yeah, that was an inside player there getting through. TJ Bass, we lost a yard. So that's 2nd down and 11 on the 13.
Obviously puts us in a passing situation here.
Yeah, the red zone, the Lions, we're 22nd ranked red zone offense.
Okay, Zeke in motion. I wish you would do more of those little short.
To the outside of
there
Ferguson.
There we go, Ferguson.
Oh, man.
Look,
break
not
a tackle
bad.
there.
Not bad, though.
We're in
about 3rd and 5?
3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
I think it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Do not be surprised here. Here's the thing that the Cowboys, a lot of teams like to do this sometimes. Man, that was a good tackle.
And not just that, but the way he gets rolled there, I'm just so glad with all the injuries we have, the fact that he just went with it.
I would say the Cowboys don't score a touchdown here. Watch them to get let's say if it's a 4th and 2, they're going to go for it. Even this they might go for. 3rd and 5 from the 7, shotgun. Dak looking left. Dak's going to the end zone.
Great job.
And gets picked. What the fuck did Dak do there? That was the worst thing.
I was just about to say, great job, Lipke, picking up that block.
What is Dak doing? That was a horrible pass and a horrible decision from Dak.
It's like Dak forgot what team he's supposed to throw it to.
Dak just didn't.
Did somebody not run the right
route? He didn't see Branch underneath. Maybe that's on Dak. Dak just gave away at least 3 points.
Alrighty.
That's how you lose games. That's it. Simple as that. I mean, you can't give away points, Dak. Dak's a fucking idiot. Again, this adds to the reason why $60 million for Dak. Or $40 million or whatever you want. At the top of his game, the top quarterback paid is not him. And I always said that he shouldn't be, but that's the market. Unfortunately, Dak is not worth it. Just like Kyler Murray's not worth it. Just like Daniel Jones is not worth it. Just like, Trevor Lawrence is not worth it.
The thing that cracks me up about the NFL is that it's kind of just like all our regular jobs. Because last time I checked, I know plenty of upper management and bosses that I'm like, how did you even get here? How are you getting paid this much to be this bad at your job?
Well, Dak's just playing horrible. And he's had a horrible year. Even with the yardage he's had, second best in yardage, I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna go ahead and just read
some comments because this is how. And again, it's not the world's not always on Dak's fault, but the point is that Dak killed us. I don't care if you love Dak or you hate Dak.
I also want to make something
Dak
clear
fucked
too.
up.
Talk to Sully says Zeke had a false start that wasn't called there too. So for every
it would have been nice if it was called. No, it would have been good if it was called.
Oh, I know.
That means that interception wouldn't have
Scorpio
happened.
said Dak, OMG, Cowboys abroad, just shit. Run of the Voice said no. Unknown Ninja said just stares at CD. Scorpio said $60 million for a pick. Wiseman27 said Dak, what the F? Why force it? Cindy Eubanks interception. Nate said pick. Micker said he sucks ass. JP said what the fuck is this crap? Talk to Sully said it might be the market, but I'm not paying the market rate.
And that's where it's the Joneses' fault. Not that they paid the market rate, but they waited so long to pay him.
Azteca said that was dumb. Balls Deep Adventure
Horrible.
Said damn.
Horrible decision.
Force feed one receiver. Dallas is special. Said
I like the comment that was said that he eyeballed CeeDee Lamb down the whole field. That's
Lunatic
why Branch stopped and waited, and then he saw the ball going. He couldn't believe it. Branch went back and got the pick.
Said the cornerback made a great read.
Correct.
Came off this man, caught a floater.
Correct, but why did he come off his man?
Off his man.
Why did he come off his man? Because Dak fucking Prescott looked right at CeeDee Lamb the whole time.
Sergio Acosta said
the whole time.
CD has to contest that, bro.
No.
He's the number one receiver. Stop being a princess. Not every ball is going to be a dot.
Princess? That's on Dak fucking Prescott and Dak's dumb fucking ass. Stop sucking Dak's dick because you love him so much. You want to be right. It's not about right or wrong. It's about Dak literally looked the whole time at CeeDee Lamb. It's on Dak Prescott. Stop being a princess for Dak Prescott. Sometimes he fucks up too, and this time he fucked up. It's on Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb has no... His job is to go to that corner of that pylon. Dak cannot. He floated it there and didn't see Branch. Dak led him there. Dak led Branch. A great job there.
Who did that?
That was all eyeballing. That's Overshown.
Hey.
Overshown hyped up the
there
team.
We go.
He's already becoming a leader on this defense. Overshown, which is a great thing.
And
Dak,
you know what?
Go back to school.
That's what leaders do. We know that Overshown isn't going to be able to do it ever.
Fourth red zone turnover this year for the Cowboys. That is number one in the NFL. We're the worst in the NFL in red zone turnovers. We cannot give away points.
And 3 of the 4 were Dak, by the way. I think one of those was some kind of a fumble situation.
Luckily, Dak saved us in a red zone turnover last week, and because he recovered Rico Dowdle. I keep saying Dito.
What happened last week is almost irrelevant because what's happening now is what's...
Okay, here's a run up the middle.
A weird little fake there by them, which is way too effective.
Great hit there, but, at the end by, who is that, Jordan Lewis? Who is that? No, Donovan Wilson. He thought he popped the ball. What's up, little pup?
Hello?
But yeah, I'm sorry that there was a good fake and all that stuff. It was a kind of a pump fake to kind of hold the linebackers, and then they ran the ball. But to me it was more like Linville Joseph was trying to do whatever he could. He got kind of bumped out the play. It was more Mozzie Smith was just once again blockaded out of the fucking interior, and it's just like he's not really doing anything. Number 58's getting embarrassed in there. Now they don't have 58. Now we have 92 in there. Who's in there? I don't even know who's in there. 93,
89 in motion.
They're running the ball, short yardage, easy first down for them. We don't even stop them. There's nothing in it. He trips. That's why he got stopped. He tripped. And again, this is a short yardage play. We have 5 defensive big guys in the front, and we still let them get off past that line of scrimmage. We're gonna get ran out of the fucking stadium. We cannot stop the fucking run.
And not just that, but if they score here off of our turnover that should have been our touchdown, I'm sorry, that is like salt on the wound. That is an extra
another run.
Burn.
Here's Overshown, and Damone Clark. I'm saying that the linebackers are doing a great job trying to be that pursuit guy. But Damone Clark a lot worse, I would say, than
the problem
than
is
Overshown
that
doing this.
We are
2nd and 7, 3-yard gain.
Completely breaking, but the way that our current setup is, we are going to allow a few yards, and if they just keep getting a few yards consistently, that still means they're driving down the field.
The only way we stop them is they do a penalty, the ball gets tipped.
It's got to be a mistake.
It has to be a mistake on their side.
Kind of a big thing, or one of our guys.
Well, we either create something, knock the ball out, or here's again over pursued the run. Who is that? Damone Clark again. Who's the idiot fuck that over pursued that and didn't get his again? I think it was Overshown. I'm not sure, but it was just a bad play by the linebacker. He overran it again. See, he's got to let the cornerback do the fucking the closeout. Somebody's getting 2 happy feet at the linebacker spot. They got 60 yards rushing in the first quarter. We have 9 yards rushing. So we
don't even have a first down.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. We're gonna get.
Wow.
We have a first down. We have to.
No, I mean like 9 yards. That's 9 yards rushing.
Here's a run to number 9 on the outside already. They got 10, 12 yards first down. They're rolling.
Jordan Lewis managed to trip him.
12 yards, guys. 11-yard run. They're never gonna stop running all over us. People are like,
why would you do anything?
Everyone, all our Cowboy fans, the family, and everybody watching, they're like, darn it, we'll get them next time stopping the run. No, we're not. No, they're not going to stop.
And by the way, just a general point here. We can't bench anyone. If we cannot bench Zeke, there's no one left.
There's no running backs left.
Over Huawei, there's no one left.
He's our practice squad guy we elevated. He's our last guy.
Like, we bench anybody, the bench is playing.
Here it is. No pressure all the time. Play action, he drops it.
And that's
guys,
it. We just
the only way we can win is if we get lucky.
That would have been a touchdown.
They dropped the touchdown.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, Detroit, they got the ball probably about the 15, and he would have had an easy road continuing to the left corner of the end zone. It hit him in the chest. He dropped it.
Don't worry,
That's a
guys.
touchdown.
We have the latest news. The Cowboys are ready to sign their newest linebacker right here.
Yeah, Asha Pup.
She's got great zip, great speed, but she can't tackle for shit.
2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. All we can hope for is we stop them and hold them to a field goal. Oh, but we got Malik Hooker playing corner now. Blitzing. Same play. This time he catches it.
This time he gets it.
I'm
surprised it's not a flag.
On Trayvon Diggs. First down.
Diggs trying to punch the ball out. They'll call him for punching the guy's helmet.
Yeah, this is a done deal. A done deal for the Cowboys. This is a bad game for us.
And you know what's funny, too? Can we expect anything different from a guy coming back from his injury? Because we've said it before. They never have great seasons. They have okay seasons. They have average seasons.
I'm not even saying that this is one play. He's been playing great for the year. My point is, it's not that. My point is that the Cowboys cannot do anything to stop them. That's just the facts. There's nothing the Cowboys are going to be able to do to stop this team. And that goes from Trayvon to everybody, to Mozzie and everybody in this fucking team. It's not going to happen.
They called timeout.
It's second quarter. Yeah, second quarter is now starting.
Oh,
but hit the chat because there's nothing really much to say for us,
Queen
guys.
King said Cowboy defense sucks today.
Today. Yeah, I mean, we can't stop the run. It is one of the best rushing teams in the league. But the Cowboys have to. I don't know what. It's just you're not going to win when Eric Kendrick's gone. You're missing the ability to control the inside, and our inside linebackers right now, because Leo Fowler seems to be playing more on the outside. So I'm seeing Damone Clark and Overshown. They are the guys that are kind of following the run, and it seems on the right side of our defense is where Overshown is kind of maintaining. And he's made some mistakes, but he's playing a little better than Damone Clark, who's on the left side of our defense, and he's over pursuing and overrunning almost every single play, leaving with the cutback lane to down the middle of the field wide open for the running backs.
Before we even had all these defensive injuries, I'm going to focus on the defense a little more here for now.
We still couldn't stop the run.
That's what I'm saying. We already had those struggles.
Yeah.
So you're adding, on top of those struggles, you're adding severe injuries at, again, the position that we already were struggling the most with.
Yeah, with some of our stars.
So
whether it's Micah, DeMarcus Lawrence.
I also think that Kendrick's not being out there, the fact that
huge.
The green dot responsibilities, again, I'm sure they're doing their best, but the fact that, again, on top of already struggling with the scheme, on top of struggling with injuries, right, now we have to struggle with understanding what the play calls are even supposed to be on defense as far as like who's supposed to go what, where, and why. So it's just layers on top of layers. And then, of course, you get to the other cherry on top. When you need your offense to come through, when you need your offense to step up, unfortunately, that's twice now we've been in the red zone just this game alone, and that's twice now that we just took huge dumping piles of crap onto the field.
The thing is,
the field
to be more,
but now we turn the ball over in the end zone.
To be more detailed, you gave away points. In the four, I don't know what happened that first drive. We were driving and we just stopped and we got whatever. We got settled for a field goal. That happens, but to give away points like Dak did, that's the killer. And now they're about to score a touchdown. I see Ori saying it's early. I know it's early, Ori. It's early, but we're seeing what's happening. And if the Cowboys, you know how this story goes. and the story's not going in the right direction, in a minute or two, it could be 14-3.
Again, at home, too?
Still not over. At home, though, all 3 games at home, how have they started? We've been down 14-3 every game in second quarter, pretty much. We've been killed in the first and second quarters of these games, and we haven't. I don't think we had the lead. I think we've had the first lead at home, maybe ever. I don't know. At the beginning of this game, 3-0.
Good point.
That's it. That's the only lead we had the entire season at home. For about what?
And we
7 minutes?
We held
3
it
minutes?
for
First and 10 for them on our 22-yard line. They're 2 yards away from the red zone. They're in shotgun. First and 10. Nobody can. No pressure. All time in the world. Touched. It should be a flag on Liu Fowl, but I guess not. Liu Fowl held Gibbs' arm, and then so those guys out there that blame the refs that they hate the Cowboys, Liu Fowl had his arm, and I'm guaranteeing he had his arm. But it could be one of those iffies. They always throw it on us for a rookie doing that. I'm surprised we didn't get a flag. Should be first and goal in the 5.
John Luna said maybe the Cowboys needed a weather delay to start the game.
Funny guy, John.
I think I said, so in other words, go out there offense and score each time you get the ball because your defense is bad. Yeah,
yes.
That'll work.
But that's what we have to do. We have to score something. We can't give away points, and we give away points. Now here is a great job by Damone Clark. You see how they're the guys that are pursuers. Number 18, number 13, they're the pursuing linebackers. And they have to read the fucking... The good thing about a pitch or a sweep, that it takes time to develop, it gave Damone Clark time to say, okay, I don't have to crash in here now and over-pursue. He does this every play, which is great when they go outside. What happens when they cut inside? That's where Damone Clark fucks up. He's over there on the outside, the left side, and the guy's coming back to the middle. And he's lost in the mix. He's lost behind linemen. This is a big stop. This is a 4-point saving play here if we can stop him here. So, for 3rd and 13 on our 25, fake a run. They do run the ball, Gibbs, on the outside. We got to get him down. We do. Good job there, Jordan Lewis. Stop talking shit, Jordan Lewis. You're going to get called for taunting, and you're going to bitch about why they pick on me. I don't want to hear the shit.
That was one hell of a hit, though.
Great hit, but keep it that way as a hit. Don't keep it in there as a fucking shit-talking session. And I like the shit-talking, but it's 3rd down and long, and you got, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want any risks. There was no flag, but that's the kind of dumb shit that gets us in trouble. Randy Gregory did that all the time. Great hit, and then he's talking shit over the guys, standing over the guy, and he gets a flag when we lose. It went from 4th and 20, now it's a first down.
And this would be the game that we get called for taunting or some shit like that.
And Jordan, they got eyes on Jordan Lewis after the last game, taunting the whole game.
40-yard attempt here by Detroit. Way to go, defense. Held them to the field goal.
They got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So now it's 10-7. Or sorry, 10-3.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I said it as I was looking at the score changing, so... Oh, good coverage by Liu Fowl on Gibbs. Made it a tough attempt, said DeLunatic. I think I said someone needs to step up on defense regardless. I agree. As much as we want to sit here and say that our offense needs to score every single time, the whole point is that our offense needs to give enough cushion for our defense to allow for the mistakes. Go ahead.
Yeah,
to allow for the mistakes that we know they're going to make. Right? Those field goals that we get, those are supposed to be the quote-unquote cushion for those moments. So, just throwing that out there. So, and appreciate that again, Luna. William Bernie said we desperately needed that stop. Like, that to me, again, the fact that it is still, I can't remember who said it, but someone said it, it's still early. It's still early. So, the fact that we managed to not allow them to completely just tear the momentum away from us early, that will probably come back in a positive way, I hope. Right? Again, to me, I'm still kind of thinking 10 steps ahead too, and just the fact that we know that they get the ball second half, that to me means that, again, kind of a similar thing. We have to, at a minimum, hold them to a field goal there, if not a full stop. Right? So we can at least balance the scales back to 0, if you consider the fact that we started with the ball and only managed to get that field goal out of it. So Seabass, much love. He said Prescott owes me a touchdown or two. Right? So I feel bad because, again, you have to give some credit here. Outside of that one time where we know that CeeDee Lamb, was struggling and there were bigger miscommunications between him and sometimes he'd run the wrong route or Dak would throw it the wrong way. It has seemed the last few weeks that it's more Dak that has missed CeeDee than it is CeeDee not being where he's supposed to be or messing up on his side. Outside of that turnover CeeDee had, although at this point even Dak said, hold my beer, CeeDee. Let me make sure your turnover turns into a long lost memory. A run 2. Oh, is that Dowdle that's back? Oh, guys, what happy news! Rico Dowdle is back. Oh, there you go. That makes me feel good, which, by the way, pretty sure he just got like 5-6 yards here. So, yep, 2nd and 5 there. Thank goodness Rico Dowdle is back. Oh, that right there could just change the whole momentum of the game. Now we don't have to move away. Baby, Rico Dowdle is back. He just ran for 5 yards. Hip, hip, fucking hooray. So, 2nd and 5 here. We have CeeDee Lamb in motion from right to left. Dowdle is still lined up. It is play action. It's supposed to be at a little pitch to CD, but he was covered. So Dak goes deep to Ferguson. Ooh, who makes an attempt at catching the ball, but incomplete. It was a great pass by Dak, though. Ferguson had to stretch a little bit to get it, but I do think some oh, okay, no, it was a little further out. Ferguson did miss that, though. Definitely had a chance at catching it, even if it was a little further out. But with the whole interception discussion we just had, I'm not surprised that Dak is maybe trying to be more cautious to keep that ball out of the other team's hands. Glad he remembered that part. Brooks in motion from left to right. Lipke is there to pick up a block. Oh my God, almost picked again as a target to CeeDee Lamb. A target to Brooks himself ends up slipping through a Lions defender in the most dangerous way. He literally caught, like, he went like this, and he was like turning as it went through his hands. That's the only reason it wasn't picked off worse than it was. And by the way, our own guys ran into each other. So it was, no, it was actually, I think, a badly run route by someone, because Brooks and I can't remember who that was there. Oh, was it Ferguson? Yeah, so it looks like Brooks and Ferguson ran into each other. It seems like, according to you guys here in the chat, shout out to Lunatic, sounds like Ferguson ran into Brooks.
What's the down?
Fucked up the route. So it's, oh no, it's 4th down. We're punting. Oh, I think is there a flag? Oh, there's a flag though.
Did we punt already? Or was
No, the punt was stopped.
That's on us.
Wow. CJ Goodwin with a rare false start penalty, which is just a cherry on top that we needed there. So now a punt, 4th and 5 is now, I mean, it could make a difference, because you understand, Brian Anger, they had already snapped the ball when he just held it. Yeah, that was not the greatest punt. Another flag? I can't tell, but oh, there's about to be a fight. Oh boy, yep, there is a flag and there is a fight. Nick Vigil and, God, I can't tell who that other person was. Well, Vigil, in Vigil's defense, he didn't start it, but his other teammate started it, and then Vigil came in to go defend him. So, but the flag was before the kind of baby tussle that just happened there that was broken up by the refs. 12 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Still waiting to see what that penalty is and who it's on. McCarthy doesn't look happy, so I think it's on us. They're not saying what the penalty is. What is it? Oh, here we go. Again? Again? Are they saying it was a false start?
They know I'm not watching. You gotta redo it for me.
So, Goodwin went out of bounds and came back in.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So, it's a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, he did. Okay, he did. Oh, wow. That's, like, blatant. That's, like, really bad. What the fuck was that, CJ? CJ Goodwin? No, he. that was so dumb. Oh man, so I know, but you see, these are the types of, I hate to say it, little things. Not saying that our pros and our veterans can't make mistakes sometimes, but we're talking back-to-back mistakes by arguably like the special teams captain, CJ Goodwin. First with the false start, and then he steps out. And by the way, it wasn't like he took us. Guys, he ran like 10 yards on the sideline, not in the field. Like, that was like fucking blatant.
Illegal because you can't.
Illegal participation, illegal touching.
It's illegal because you can't do that.
Yeah, of course, you're basically, yeah, you can't.
Lose track of him, and all of a sudden he pops back.
Exactly, you can't. That's like playing basketball, and you leave the basketball court and go into the stands, and then like run back on the court or whatever. Like, that's. Oh, anyway. Our home crowd is whack. I agree, Azteca. One of the things that I'm glad about, at least, is every Cowboy game we've gone to where we've sat, who we've sat with, everyone. Like, the energy has been immaculate. We have been very lucky in that regard. But we are also, like, the hypest people in our section, bar none. Like, we are absolutely the people that get looked at by everybody else. Like, oh my God, who's that screaming? That's us. That's us. And it should be you, too, if you're ever at a freaking game. So...
Yeah, anybody's at a game should be screaming.
What's up? I can. Oh, man. Still without pyro from the hurricane. I hope you're doing all right. Glad the generator. You see, this is a worthy use of the generator, though. Yeah. So, actually, the way the Cowboys are playing, maybe.
We need a generator.
Maybe, like, maybe conserve your fuel. Maybe conserve the fuel.
There we go.
Dak is off. Hopefully, he gets it together. So, Cowboys are proud.
Yeah.
I agree.
Dak needs to get better quick.
The whole offense seems to be slightly misfiring again. Ferguson, talk about off. Like, Ferguson's a little bit off, right? He's running bad routes, running into our guys, dropping catchable passes. I will say, Detroit is shutting him down within an inch of his life. Clearly, the game plan there was do not let Ferguson do anything. I'm just saying, they tried to shut him down more than they tried to shut down CeeDee Lamb.
That's one of the things I was talking about. When CeeDee Lamb gets eyes on him, you're going to hit Ferguson and Tolbert. Tolbert make a great play, but Ferguson's been off.
Do you think that one of the reasons that they have focused on shutting down Ferguson in particular is because he is one of our bigger kind of short yardage?
The last three games, he's gotten 7 catches, 6 catches, and 7 catches. The point is that they know that he's being used a lot for the Cowboys offense to help us. So, by the way, big shout outs to John Luna, the sponsor of the week.
Yes.
And he's also leading right now. In first place, Chill Pill's right behind him, Calvin Richard in the list. But the man, John Luna, sneaking in front of everybody right now as the leader of the sponsor of the week, which if he wins, gets a bonus raffle entry into our October raffle. We got Jet Li 44 with 83 points. We got Cat 52 as our Cash App King. And this guy, John Luna, is also the gifting champion from last week. He's leading this week the gifting champion board. He's leading this week the sponsor of the week board currently. And tonight, after this game ends, we will crown the champion. That's when we decide who wins this thing.
A rare moment of good defense.
And Skeptical Fan is also, I got to shout out our people. Skeptical Fan is leading the Cash App right now in first place. I just wanted to shout that out. Now, I haven't checked my Cash App or PayPal's, but as of right now, that's
showing of defense there by our Cowboys. Actually, everyone was covered. No. That was a partial. Almost everyone was covered, but then it was a bad pass by Goff.
Yeah.
So
we got to stop there. Now it's 2nd and 10 there, shotgun. Zero pressure. When I say zero pressure, I mean zero pressure, easy first down for Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, how can we stop them? There's 2 things that we're not doing in this game on defense. We're not stopping the run consistently, and we're not getting any pressure. So that's the run and the pass. How are we going to stop them? Unless they make the mistake, we will not stop them. They will get points every single drive. They're going to score 3 points here at least, if not more.
I don't see us getting basically any pressure.
How do we stop them?
So we need to focus more on stopping the run than trying to find some elusive pressure that's not going to be
How about blitzing
found.
him a little bit? I mean, we're not doing anything.
I don't think we can afford the personnel to blitz effectively. Just being real.
Sad.
We need our faster
a triple reverse. They're going deep. Someone's open.
Of course.
Wide open. Laporta for a touchdown. To tight end touchdown. So, like I said, every drive they're going to score on us. Doesn't matter how many points. This time, another touchdown. So now we're getting blown out. 16-3, and it's about to be 17-3. We're getting our asses torn out.
I hate to say it, but I'm glad I'm not the only one who caught the fact that was not a great punt by Anger.
Right.
That penalty by C.J. Goodwin fucked us. Also want to shout out the fact that C.J. Goodwin has 4 penalties this season just in general.
The thing about...
I hear you. That's great. For a guy who gets no snaps on offense or defense or anywhere other than special teams is unacceptable. This needs to be his last year on this team.
Well, yeah, sure. I don't know if that's the case either. All I'm trying to say is that we're going to try to blame C.J. Goodwin. Guys, that was a touchdown if it was 100 yards. You understand what I'm trying to say? C.J. Goodwin had nothing to do with this drive. This is the defense. They suck. It's not about C.J. Goodwin. C.J. Goodwin made us repunt or whatever happened to penalty. That's great. It sucks. But this was going to be a touchdown probably no matter where the fuck they were. That's what I'm trying to say. No, it's a team loss, and I know C.J. Goodwin is the latest enemy, but honestly, we're not going to stop them.
I know, but I can still call out the fact that the sloppiness of our supposed veteran players on offense and on special teams is directly contributing to this score. That's it. Point blank, period.
Yeah, all of them, yeah. All of them.
So
C.J. Goodwin's is the latest of many. We're just a sloppy team. We're undisciplined. We're not good, well coached.
Do you know how much time you need to execute a play like that, by the way, on offense. Like, we basically just...
We have no... But what did I just say a minute before that happened? I said we can't stop the run and we have no pressure the entire game. Look what happened. And there wasn't even pressure on the 4 reverses they did on that play. They did a quadruple reverse, and there was nobody even... We were just watching.
That's like I said, when our defense is down to backups, why not, right? I'd do a flea flicker, too.
That was like a... Yeah, that was like a reverse flea flicker.
They're doing loop-de-loops and do-si-dos and
taking an L. We're taking an L this game. We never give our predictions. The reason why I didn't give my prediction because I think we're going to lose this game.
I actually agreed with the lunatic who said before the game started that basically it's going to come down to who gets to 28 points first.
We ain't going to get to 20. So I already know the answer to that.
I think he was right.
Oh, yeah,
I liked his score prediction.
If that's the case, then we were never going to win. Whoever gets 28 first will be the Lions. Easy. 100%. And now we know it's for sure, but I'm just saying, like, even if the Cowboys somehow, in the second half come back and we're down 24-3 in the third quarter and there comes the comeback.
And Sydney, yeah, you are correct. We are winless at home.
Yep.
We're trying to not prevent or we're trying to not allow an 0-3 showing at home. Trying being the operative word here. So all of our wins have been on the road and our losses are all at home. Yep. And, can't remember. I think it was Aseka as well who shouted this out in the chat. Like, our home crowd is just not it.
Well, it's that too.
Usually.
It's the home
and
crowd.
It's not even. And
but it's also the fact that our team's not playing good.
Yeah, and credit to the actual real Cowboy fans. Yeah. I know you guys are out there, but it's more in the sense that our home territory gets invaded by the other team with a frequentness that should be disturbing, but instead brings little golden tears to Jerry's eyes.
Remember, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones both said as long as the stands are filled, they don't really care.
Yeah, they don't care what jerseys you're wearing in there.
No, they don't care. It's green to them. That's what look at how many fans there are there, the Lions. A lot of fans.
Yeah, I see a lot of the wrong shade of blue.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. And yeah, definitely need to see a better performance.
I really hate
from
this
Dak
vape.
Prescott.
I'm going to have to change this shit.
Sorry,
we got to buy a new one. This is horrible. This is a disaster. Like this game. Like this season. And I know we're trying to be positive and all that stuff. Be at least, hey, we always have hope because we're fans. But the reality is, we're not a playoff team. We said this last week.
We're an injured team.
We said it the week before that. And you know what we did the last 2 weeks? We won. And I still say that we're not a playoff team. I know some of you guys are going to hate me for this.
We're a beat-up team
I
with
be honest and
questionable
real.
coaching and questionable output.
Yep. Questionable everything. And right now we're hurt. Like you said, we're hurt. Bad coaching. Dak's not worth 60. We knew that already. And this team is just not put together well. Look at this.
I mean,
they just stopped Zeke 3 yards in the backfield because no one's blocking. I mean, Tyler Smith's, I think, having one of his worst games I've ever seen him have. Tyler Smith left. We also put in guidance.
Not surprising. I know we talked about this, like, just personally. I was back and forth, but I'm pretty sure Aiden Hutchinson has like a 40 to 41% pass rush win ratio.
Yeah.
So again, he rushes you 10 times. He's going to win at a minimum 4 out of the 6, and that's not accounting for our shittiness.
Here he is. You're steal on him now. Quick pass. I mean, just horrible. They're saying no flag.
CD kind of half-heartedly fights for a flag. But now it's a 3rd and 10. I mean, guys, this is about to be a 3 and out.
Yeah,
Very quick.
We're going to be down 20. Where's Ori at in the chat? When do we start to say this game's kind of done? Like, it's never done, obviously. Look, I'm the one fan that never quits. But if you think...
And we have seen this team come back in some very bizarre ways.
If you think this team is going to come back and win, if they do, and it could happen, that's why I'm saying it could happen. But if you think that is a good thing for this team, like going into the season and the playoffs...
Ferguson in motion from right
Dak
to
sacked.
left.
It doesn't matter.
Right up the middle.
Dak got killed there. Terrence Steele...
I think Cooper
raped
BB.
him. Got raped there.
No, Cooper BB.
Cooper BB raped. Everyone's raped on our offense. We are just horrible. Dak has no chance to throw. When he does, he throws interceptions. This is gonna be a 40-10 game. Lions gonna win. We can't. We literally are stuck. We're doing nothing.
Even with Hunter Lipke there trying to help on that side, literally got right past.
It's gonna be a fun after dark tonight. 4th and 20. 4:20. We need some. 10 minutes to go in the half. We're punting. I mean, I'm out of this one already, baby. Sorry. Cowboys. I mean, if I was a fan there, I wouldn't be cheering either. I'll be honest. Who would cheer this shit? Who in their right mind would cheer for this this kind of performance. There's no, if you're at your job and you do bad,
Yeah, CJ Goodwin.
nobody's gonna sit there and say good job. They're gonna say you got to fix it. That was a horrible performance. That's what's happening now. You can't sit here and bullshit them and say, well, but the refs or the injuries, but the fuck the excuses. There's no pressure.
I saw that talk to. So he said, hey, at least Dak's getting a brand new house. I know we don't touch on too much of the kind of personal stuff. We don't really care anymore. But Dak's tearing down his house that's like on his property where, he has a little football field in the backyard and stuff. He's tearing the house down and like rebuilding a new house on that land. So hope it's a nice house. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
So
fuck him and his house. And, I'm a big Dak supporter, a big Dak fan. He's a Cowboy. I said this about Romo when he was fucking up constantly, throwing picks at the end of games when we try to win the game. But, at that time, it was like, just stay in the game and he'll bring us back. It was similar to this.
It's not even like it's a Dak-specific thing, although that's not to take away from the mistakes Dak personally has made. This is a Dallas quarterback thing since 2005. Embarrassing game, I agree, Scorpio.
But for 20 years, we've had the same issue at quarterback where they get us back in. We always they're good enough. But that's what happens when you get an undrafted guy like Romo or a fourth-round pick like Dak. You get a guy who can do a lot, but you cannot give him the entire thing on his shoulders. He cannot handle it. And I've been saying this since day one here in my I don't know, huge Dak supporter. But you got to use the man. He's not Joe Montana or Dan Marino or Patrick Mahomes. And that is, unfortunately, the biggest problem with our team. You can blame it on Dak, and Dak made it. Trust me, Dak is horrible today. But when you look at the real issue here, the real issue, yeah, guys, why are we here? Because these owners they rely and they hype themselves up in their minds. They think we got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. We're not. We don't have Patrick Mahomes. We have Dak Prescott, who needs different kind of help. Even if you're paying him $60 million, he's not Patrick Mahomes. Again, we don't. A lot of our guys here we got rid of in the offseason. We didn't replace on offense and defense.
Look, this was always the plan. The Cowboys always, I guess, intended to
all in.
Do things, contractually speaking, the way that we saw them unfold this season. So it's hard to. I'm just saying, it's hard to feel differently when it's kind of like, oh, exactly what we were worried would happen is happening. Here it is, actively happening. It's not a surprise. Still hurts, even if we knew it was coming, but.
But
even
I'm sitting here
although,
saying,
like I said, I've said it already. The Cowboys still find new ways to surprise me. Like, I am still surprised at the performance by some of our guys here. So,
1st and 10 for them. They run and they run and they run and they run. We hit them, but they still run. They run 3 yards. I mean, they should have been stopped in the backfield, but they still run.
Look, we got to stop.
And let me shout out some people in the chat here.
His new name is 3 and Out, Dak. Honestly, like, again, it's the whole offense.
Wiseman said, "Happy birthday, Jerry."
Is it his birthday today?
I don't know, but he put a bunch of clowns.
That's right, he is a Libra, isn't he?
Man, DeLuna said, remember, MCF, Jerry said nobody could effing do as good a job as him, and I hope we hire nobody soon. Exactly. That's the biggest issue. He'll never fire one.
Can we, see somebody try?
Does anyone have an 81-year-old GM? First down, another run for a first down. And the Cowboys, 3 guys missed the tackle. 4 guys missed the tackle. Osa had to make the tackle from the defensive line on Montgomery, who just got paid. See, when their guys get paid, they perform. Our guys get paid, they go to sleep. So, I mean, this guy, Donovan Wilson, been horrible missed tackles this year. Going for Malik Hooker, horrible at tackles this year. I mean, Trayvon Diggs just tapped him on the shoulder, hoping he'd fall down. Watch Trayvon Diggs at the end of this play. 1-2, watch Trayvon Diggs. And then he's like, fall down. Fall down, please.
It's like he moved out of his way.
He went Olay. The fuck, Trayvon Diggs. Play action. This is the killer. Play action is the killer.
Wide open. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets 20.
We can't make the tackle. Another missed tackle.
Yeah, he ends up going down just because he's like, oh, why take the hit when I don't need to?
Yeah, look.
I've got time. We're good. So.
The fact that they're running on us, guys, is game over. Now
they're running, they're passing.
But the play action is how they're passing. The play action, they can pass any way they want. But now it's even easier.
I know, but we got lucky earlier in the first quarter because Goff was missing a lot of those targets.
No one covered Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, think about that. Just think about that for a second.
I've never heard of Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah,
who's he? Some nobody receiver,
That's
right?
Stephen Jones thinks that.
Yeah. I don't know who he is.
play action again. That's the killer. They're gonna
all the time in the world. All the time in the world.
Jared Goff, he gets a
Okay.
2-yard run. Mozzie makes a tackle, 2nd and 8. I mean, shit, 2nd and 8.
Hey,
that's what we do with Zeke.
Credit where credit's due. That means that our corners were covering. That
One
means
play.
somebody did something.
No, I mean that means that in play.
Only 50 more to go.
It's not just our corners though, baby. It's also our line. No, I'm saying our linebackers specifically on that play. When you play action, the idea is to draw up the linebackers. They were prepared that time to drop back. I'm assuming, which is a rarity for our Cowboys in this game, with our very young guys back there with the green dots trying to figure. Right now we're confused. Leo Fowles coverage is confusion. You got Trayvon Diggs got to cover Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a mismatch. So they're going to try to attack Trayvon Diggs here, I think. You got 2 guys covering underneath, leaving. Ooh.
I mean, I have to admit, the pressure there, okay.
Yeah, but that was a Goff wide open miss there, number 11, wide open. And it was
so
just,
like I said, we got lucky earlier this game that Jared Goff was missing a lot of those wide open guys. So far in this drive, up until this now,
yeah,
Goff was hitting every single fucking one.
7-24. This is a huge play once again. They got 3 points. It's going to be 20-3, but can we stop them from getting 24? They're on our 32-yard line, and they're in shotgun on a 3rd and 9. We're showing blitz.
I want to. What if it's a pick?
We're showing blitz. And they have no help in the backfield, so it's going to be a quick pass. It is a quick pass.
Oh God, we
Can
have
the
guys
Cowboys
falling
stop
down.
them? We do stop them short. It's about 4th and 2. And definitely make 4th and 1. And I would say, if I was the Lions, I'd say, why not go for it? I mean, the defense cannot stop us.
Do you really think that that our offense is gonna like drive down the field? Their offense is staying out there, by the way. So they're going for it.
Whoever would not go for it. If you're playing against the Cowboys in this game and you don't go for it, you're dumb. And you know that they're one of the most teams that go for it the most. I think since 2001, they've gone for 4th downs the most. With Dan Campbell, they're number 1 also. But Dan Campbell's been a 4th down going for it king. Let's see if we get to stop this play. They run, and we almost had him. We just don't have these motherfuckers that can do it. We had him stopped, and he just pulls forward for the 1st down.
That was actually not a bad effort by the defense, just not good enough. Any other time, a 2-yard stop there, great. But they got 2.5.
Oh, well.
I don't know if relinquishing the play calling from McCarthy will fix as many things as we want to, OG.
I don't think anything's
throwing that out there.
Honestly, the firing of McCarthy and this offense, this is the only chance we have. I mean, this for next year. This year is done. Nothing's going to help this. Nothing can help this team.
I mean, we can get a few guys back healthy and things will look better.
Yeah, that will help us. And we may win an extra game or 2 than we would have if we didn't have them in. But
we're locked into the way that this season was going to go.
Our team, all healthy, barely a playoff team, if that. Now we're not healthy. We're not a playoff team.
5 minutes, 40 seconds and ticking, by the way, in the second quarter. Just doing a quick time check for those of you guys who
they're driving.
aren't able.
They're driving, and they're going to probably put a touchdown up. If they do,
14 rushing yards.
They have 92 rushing yards and a half. And they got a chance to get over that 100 mark here now. On our 21-yard line, they're going to run. Oh, a play action, which is deadly either way. Now a dump down. Good job there, though. Horrible tackles. But Donovan Wilson with a nice hit. Great hits the whole year for Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker. Poor tackling by these guys. Thankfully, there were
poor tackling.
Yeah, great hits, but they don't wrap up most of the time. He did wrap up there a little bit, but a lot of guys in our defense were around to help him out. If he was the only one there, I don't know. 3rd and 9. Under 5 minutes to go in the half. Cowboys defense, I'm going to say, can we stop them and hold them to 4 lesser points? They'll probably get 6 yards, 7 yards and go for it on 4th down.
It's 3rd and 9.
But they get 7 yards to go for it. And I would too. We're showing kind of a pressure look here. Guys mugging the inside, A gap. We are blitzing. Damone Clark sacked.
Pressure.
That's all I wanted was a little bit of pressure.
That's huge.
Big sack, takes them back 10 yards. But I just want a little blitzing. No one's getting pressure. You got to blitz sometimes here. We finally blitzed.
I'm going to throw this out there now. Offense that your asses got saved once again.
I mean, it's going to be 20. If we score a touchdown before the half, it'll be 20-10. They have the ball. You know, it's not like great. Should have been offensive interference, honestly, but by Amon-Ra St. Brown. But you know what I'm trying to say is this is still even if we got the stop, that's great. We saved 4 points.
We're still not completely out.
We're not out, but we're far from back. Far from it. And even if we are back, is this a good? Maybe misses.
No, he makes it.
Snuck it through. I say that nicely there. He snuck that through.
I will say that was close, but
Obviously,
yeah,
it's close,
and yeah,
but-
in case you are wondering, when we start with the ball first, and we only got a field goal, and we had to get a touchdown there, but it's okay. And then after that, when we had to get a field, like now we have to get a touchdown. There's no more like if, ands, or buts. At this point, we have to score.
First two drives, we drove down the field, and we had a penalty and third 3 points we have to settle for. The second time, an interception by Dak. I know it could be just 20-6 now instead of 20-3, but
what's the
a
problem
touchdown on this drive would have made it 14-20 or 13-20.
Do you know what the problem
Changes
is
the
and the
second
difference
half.
between those drives, though? The stink of desperation wasn't fully upon us. We are now 20-3. The stink of desperation was already like thick in the air when it was just 17-3, and we basically just had that shitty ass 3 and out.
We will not smell that stink of desperation until halfway through the third quarter. That's the way it always happens. And so what I'm trying to say is that unfortunately,
it is.
I think it still can get. I still think it can get. Huh?
It is his birthday.
Jerry Jones as well. There you go, Jerry Jones. Here's your birthday present. Another shitty performance. What was the last 2 games at home? Halftime scores? I don't remember, but we were getting blown out. We were getting blown out by the Saints in week 2,
down
week 3,
both times at halftime
by a lot. Not just down. We were down by 2 double digits to both times against the Saints and the Baltimore Ravens, and now we're down double digits
I would
again.
say even if the things go best case scenario, we're still going to be down double digits if it's 2010.
Well, again, anything can happen. Best case scenario, we might get 2 scores and 20-17, but the probability is it's going to be 2010 at best. Best case scenario, the probable realistic scenario. There's still 5 minutes, so we can score, get the ball back, score, but. The point is, even if it was 20-17, they get the ball second half, and what happens? They probably drive down the field, score a touchdown. Now it's 27-17, and we're back at desperation. We're just too much to get back into this game once again. And I know we could listen if we come back and win in the fourth quarter, and yay, yip, hip, hip, hooray! Who gives a shit? We are still not a very good team. Now I will say one little difference: Pittsburgh is not a great team in my opinion. Detroit's a much better team.
I agree.
So that is a factor. But we're at home. We cannot show up at home. Even against a good team, we can't even show up. I mean, Saints got blown out. I know. Well, they came back.
Playoffs. Since we are talking about the implications of this too,
Saints
obviously,
so.
the Detroit game matters so much more to us as NFC rivals, fighting out for the NFC just as an overall situation.
Right, for like the playoff rankings and ratings in the end. But, all that stuff,
I know that's obviously like a whole different situation, but I feel like it still has to be brought up in the sense of if you're talking about which one's quote-unquote more important or which one matters more, which one has more weight to it, let's be real. There's a lot of reasons, and least of which is that we're playing at fucking home. Yeah, sorry, like that is another layer.
I agree, and it's embarrassing that we're playing this badly. 3 weeks in a row, really four home games in a row, if you include last year's playoff loss, our first loss at home in 2 years.
By the way, so the lunatic. So then is that what happened with Rico? Because we saw him for that one drive. He came back, but I guess it sounds like they're saying that he came out again because he possibly sprained his ankle.
Again, or just re-sprained, like re-injured it?
I'm not sure. Well, he's out there now.
Rico's out there. Rico Dowdle's out there. Some people are saying Detroit's Super Bowl contender. I think they got to show a little bit more than that right now, but I would not overhype them. But they're definitely, at the beginning of the year, it was them and the Niners and us and the Eagles. That's what the 4 teams in the NFC East are. I don't think we're even close to being one of those top 4 teams. I think the Niners have dropped because of the injuries, but when they get their guys back, they'll be back up there, The Eagles, they're far from one of. I think they're like us. The Eagles, they're like us. Like,
dude, Sirianni was like shit talking his own fans after.
I know, but they're just a shit
weird.
Team.
They're just so weird.
They're a shit organization, but that didn't change the fact that they misread there by him and CeeDee Lamb, by Dak and CeeDee Lamb again. How
many times do we need to see this?
Yep.
This is very disappointing.
This is week 6 miscommunication.
Who was it?
Jerry Jones caused this.
Okay, no.
Who I'm sorry.
Fucked up there?
Who cares? I know you're saying, but it's just the fact that there's miscommunication. There's that good play from CeeDee Lamb. It was a bad pass by Dak. But my thing is that CeeDee Lamb has been off. We know it's mostly on CeeDee Lamb when it comes to, reading the getting on the same page with Dak. They've just been off. They've been off. And they just showed it again there. Dak expecting CD to go on the out route. CD goes deep. I got to figure it's on the receiver on that one. Especially the receiver was in camp because of Jerry Jones. There's the play to Tolbert. 8 yard. Well, again, 3rd and 6. Now it's what? 4th and 2. I mean, I would just go for it. We're going to lose the game. Might as well go for it. I would go for it because I think this game is over for the Cowboys.
I think we're going to do one of those dumbass...
Yeah, we're going for it.
Try to maybe go for it and then call a timeout and then punt it anyway.
4th and 2. No, they're calling the play.
I know, it looks like they're going for it, but...
4th and 2, we're going for it. We're on our own 40, our own 38. So if they get the ball back, they score again here. It's another 27-3 halftime. That's how... This is basically, is it 27-3 or can we try to make it 20-10? That's what this play is about. 4th and 2, they're blitzing. Pick it up. That's got to be a flag. He was on his head. It's got to be a flag.
No flag.
Well, that's game. Game over, guys. We'll see you next week. Peace. Goodbye.
Don't expect the refs to come and save you from your shitty play calls.
That's a flag. It's a flag, but it was a shitty play call. But it's a flag. That's obviously a flag.
That should be a flag. I believe.
But again, you're right though.
Everyone is saying it no flag, no flag. So quick question, talk to Sully. Let us know, since obviously you're the ref. We know sometimes ref miss things and things like that, but
that's on the ref. But it's also the fact that the Cowboys rely on want to win the game on the refs.
It's still a shitty play call.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, that's the game. Game over.
Can't rely on the ref so bad with a terrible call.
John Luna with the $3 holler.
Thank you so much, John Luna. Appreciate you.
Cowboys got a 3-yard stop with that $3 holler, so that's good luck.
Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Talk to Sully did say that he would have called that DPI. So
yeah, so there's a mistake on the refs.
Yeah. But again, if you're waiting for ref ball to save the day,
if you want the refs to help us or save us, then that's a mindset of a loser team.
Yeah.
A loser mindset. So
I mean, we have a loser mindset.
Yeah, that's well, not us.
No.
We as in the Cowboys, the team, the organization from the top, loser mindset. Where it's about being competitive, not about winning. John Luna, much love with the $3 holler. I'm gonna say go Cowboys.
Always go Cowboys.
I know he's Laporta's hurt, by the way, for the Lions. The tight end. I think that's Laporte.
They're stretching out his right leg, right calf.
2-minute warning. They're 2nd and 13. They're obviously on field goal range already. After we fucked that up, but yeah. Yeah, John Luna. Appreciate John Luna, by the way, who's sponsor of the week and the current leader, adding 3 to that lead. But man, just appreciate the great fans we have out there.
Yes.
Because enough of that, we'd be in a bigger pile of tears right now.
Yes, and just a quick little side note, Mr. Luna. The reason we haven't gone back to your emails because we're trying to triple check the requests that you made to us, and then we're gonna get back to you and let you know which ones we had.
Yeah. Well, we definitely have the quarterback. We got Stroud. Definitely got Stroud, but we gotta check on the. I'm assuming you want the baseball one first if you can get that one. If not, you go Stroud.
Now, a few people are saying that even though the Lunatic said you have to know your ref crews because they're not going to call that, other people in chat are saying that was so blatant.
Yeah,
that was so overt.
Listen.
That they should have called that.
Talk to Sully. You're wrong on that one. I don't care.
No. He said he would have called that.
No. I know. He's wrong on the fact that you got to know your ref. Who said about knowing your ref?
No, the Lunatic said know your ref crews because he's saying that they're not right.
But the Lunatic, you're wrong about that. Even with knowing your ref crew, every ref crew calls that. They should call that pass interference. Even a ref crew that doesn't throw a lot of pass interference penalties would have thrown that. Should have thrown that. That was not a close call. That was an obvious call. In my opinion, every referee, even the ones that hold that flag and don't throw those kind of flags, they would still throw that, in my opinion.
JP, that's why Mr. MCF got kicked out of a flag football game because we disagreed with the ref one too many times about some of the questionable calls that they were making, and so that was interesting because then we ended up coaching the rest of that game, and then basically just kind of occasionally running to the sideline all the way to the other end of the field to consult Mr. MCF this is okay, good, and then run back out there and let our kids it was a whole chain of command.
We still won 30 to
they could have stopped us, but that's not the point. I understand that frustration.
Actually,
just because I don't know how I could keep myself from saying some out-of-pocket shit to... And I feel bad, too, because I know how much refs get that type of stuff, but sometimes it's when you're missing blatant things that impact your team. But guess what? Even had they called that, it's... Like we said, the best ending result still only means we're 2010. That's the reality we have to accept. Even had they called that penalty, even if everything somehow had gone our way and we put points up on the board, we're still only at best 2010.
Yeah.
We're at worst now 20-3 with them potentially scoring again, so that's even worse.
Game's over, though.
Hip hip hooray.
Game's over.
We look a little confused here.
The Cowboys don't know how to stop stuff. They had their guys kind of on the line because they thought they were going to run. They drop back because they think it's a pass. We just moved and just gave them 5 extra yards.
Like I said, we look confused.
Osa looking like a fucking retard out there. I mean, just...
So, and John Luna, no. People definitely take the jerseys. Sometimes they'll re-raffle them. But for the most part, people do keep their jerseys and you know, rep their swag. So another big one too is a lot of people like to give them as gifts as well. So like, you know, if you know your dad really likes the CJ Stroud, just use that example. Like, oh yeah, you know, just use that as an example.
Yeah,
but yes,
or like Chillpill. Chillpill's
everyone...
getting three jerseys. And they're all for kids, you know what I'm saying? So the kid size on that.
And Chris Plumage, I was thinking the same thing. I figured that would be more of a quick halftime point. But Zeke bitches about his usage, and then when he's used, that's what he does.
But he's not gonna do much more than do all the time in the world. I mean, wide open. They got the ball in the red zone now. Yeah,
no surprise.
2nd and 9 to a 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Watch us use a timeout here.
Nah,
I guess not.
They're gonna score.
Coaches should be allowed to challenge calls.
It's not the rule though.
I don't ever see the NFL moving that way. I don't see how that would be a happy medium. I just wish there was a better system of reviewing questionable plays from the people up top, because they're supposed to have like a ref crew that watches everything. That's the part where I get more confused.
All right,
we don't need refs reviewing plays if the refs reviewing the plays... Wait, sorry. No, I was letting the play go, but we don't need coaches reviewing plays or challenging plays if the ref crews have like dedicated crews that are there kind of triple checking to make sure that everything was called as correctly as possible without delaying the game.
Under a minute to go. They're driving. They're taking their time. It's 2nd down and 6. They gained 4 yards on 1st down. I just want I want the misery to end. Yeah, I don't want to even. I really don't even want to watch this anymore.
JRP said the Cowboys don't even seem like they care.
I mean, they make me not want to care. 1st down again. I'm on Ross St. Brown. I can't even blame the Moan Clark in coverage because, I mean, why would you have a linebacker on him? I guess Zimmer got an idea, I guess.
Look, credit where credit's due. I wouldn't necessarily say that it seems like the Cowboys don't care, because I wouldn't say today's situation is from lack of effort. I'm seeing effort. I'm not seeing execution, though. The effort is there. I feel like you got to give some credit, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, we can usually tell when the team has emotionally given up. We are close. We're almost there. But up until this point, I have seen some effort, some attempts, something. It has failed spectacularly.
This team has given up. I agree with the comment. Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence are laughing on the sideline, just chilling. I know they're not playing, but they're not even in the. This is their defense. They're seeing it getting run over, killed, raped on the field, and we're just laughing on the sideline.
No earpieces and clipboards for them.
I see Dan Campbell though; they're screaming and yelling on the sideline. They're involved in the game. They care. They're passionate. The Cowboys don't care. They're like zombies on the field and on the sidelines. This is it's what it is.
Yeah, effort by bad players wise, man. It's
once in a while you get effort. Look at this. They're off coverage here. He's got to make the tackle. He can't. Touchdown. It should be a touchdown.
It is.
And that's what I'm trying to say. There's no effort by Trayvon Diggs. I wore your jersey. I might as well burn this fucking jersey.
But again, he's supposed to be the starter.
Yeah. No, he literally played. That's the call by the fucking by Zimmer for him to play off man there. He's not. He's down. He's short. It's not going to be a touchdown. They'll give it back. But it's going to be a touchdown. All it means the Cowboys got to waste the timeout.
Yeah, 1st and goal on the.
Yeah, the Cowboys not got to waste the timeout. This actually is the worst thing that could have happened, guys. It's just like everything. It's still at least 40 seconds. We get a field goal. I don't know. Just give me something, right?
Up until like this offseason and the start of this season, I disagreed with everyone who said trade Micah, do something with Micah, because I genuinely believed that would hurt us more than help us, and what he contributes and what he does for our team. But with the way that our front office refuses to do anything, and with the way things currently stand, you guys are right. This team would be better served, and Micah would be better served if he was not here next year, or just after we.
It won't be next year, but yeah I think that. I mean, it could be next year.
No, we'll use that 5th year option on him. It makes sense, fine, but he's got to be gone. I can't see it. The thing is, we're not smart enough to like trade him. You know, we're only just smart enough to like let him go, like let him
Well,
find
and
another
that's not
team
smart.
and not resign
And that's not
him.
smart. If that happens, that's dumb. The Cowboys will keep him. They either have to trade him or they have to keep signing him on the 1 year. On the 1 year, hold on, they gotta keep tagging him because if you let him go for a third rounder, that's even the Cowboys aren't that dumb. Even they would know better than they have to trade him.
The thing is
you
that
trade him, you get a second rounder.
I was
going to
say if we trade him, we can command some serious value if we time it right.
If we trade him, we should get a bunch. It's like a Herschel Walker trade, which is what the Cowboy fans want to do at this point. And I said this. Remember, I told you this off camera. And I've said this to you guys on camera here.
Do you know why Jerry would never do it, though? Because doing that, remember that how he walked back that soft rebuild comment? Doing that would be Jerry admitting and showing, even if he doesn't say it, he's basically saying we are in a rebuild situation. He would never do that.
The thing is that we would never do it because we don't have Jimmy Johnson as the fucking general, or anybody other than old-ass Jerry Jones, only using his own guys, painting himself into a corner constantly with these contracts, these rookies that he drafts, that he doesn't know how to fucking use, him, Stephen Jones, and Stephen Jones' little frat buddy don't know how to use their
second ago here for Detroit.
Touchdown.
So
luckily we only lost like 3 seconds on that stoppage. I think we lost a timeout too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we only have one timeout left.
So. Yeah, so we just wasted that timeout. So basically we lost a timeout and 3 seconds. Because of the fact that he was short.
And yeah, jump tube, I know, it sounds weird, but yeah, we called that timeout after the first down. That was us, trying to save as much time as possible for us to get the ball back.
No, that's what you have to. That's the smart move. But the dumb, just look, it's nothing's working our way, and we have a dumb coach team, we have a dumb team, we have a hugely stupid, retarded front office. Sorry if my words aren't politically correct. I don't give a good goddamn or a good goddamn fuck. How's that for some usage?
Yeah, Al Harris is the only man that can stay in the building. Yeah. At this point.
Barely.
And even that, man, this kicker is like...
He's sneaking them through.
Oof.
Really sneaking them through. It doesn't matter. He can miss them all. They're still raping us on the field. Yeah, I'm not politically correct. You can bet your ass. And I'm going to be less politically correct after this game. This is fucking disaster. So a bunch of mongoloids on the field.
I think just to make our lives a little bit easier, I'm going to go ahead and take my break now so that you can
go ahead.
Get the chance to take a break.
Get it moving.
Because I think you're going to want to be here when the Cowboys defense takes the field
I definitely don't want to be here at all for this game anymore. This is a horrific watch. I mean, this is
Look,
you talk about Crow and taking your losses. Right, this is a disastrous, torturous situation for me to sit through. And a disastrous, torturous season that we're sitting in for a very average 8-8, 8-9. 7-10 kind of season.
The Lunatics said, "Damn, their entire O line was on our side of our goal line. It was.
Who's saying the Lunatic? The Lunatic.
Yeah, basically,
Man, I hate to be.
It was a whole front.
I know. I hate for the Lunatic. I know how much passion he has for this team, but I think he knows. He knows we just don't got it, man. It's just we don't have it. We don't have it. It's just not there. It's not there. It's good. It's this is the rebuild showing, and yes, once in a while we play a little softer team, we'll look a little better. But we don't have it. We barely scrape by wins against teams like New York, teams like the Browns, teams like the Steelers, who that's the best team we beat, and that was lucky, really, in some ways. And then you got this game here against any good team. We're playing at home all 3 times. We're getting our asses handed to us, and it's happening again. Same thing.
This feels just.
They're taking it out of the end zone.
As bad as some of those.
The reverse. Fake reverse. Turpin's gone.
Shit.
Turpin's gone, baby. 40-yard line, 50, 30-yard line. So
way to go. Special teams. Again, like I said, at least somebody's still fighting here on this fucking team, trying to do something.
That was a fake return.
Not just Turpin Bones,
by the way, you know that play comes from? That was a hold, too, by the way. That was a hold.
On
41. Yep. 41 held.
Is that Vigil? No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick Vigil held there. But by the way, for those Cowboys fans, I think the referees are cheating. That was a holding by the Cowboys. They didn't
I
call
just think the refs kind of sucked today. No offense to our illustrious ref here in the chat. Nothing. Saying that there's been several calls on both sides they missed.
Yeah, Tato Sully should probably see
that. Dak gets sacked.
Oh my God, embarrassingly sacked by Aleem McNeil, who they don't even have sacks on the other guys in the team. We got to call timeout.
Are we in record-breaking field goal range?
We got to get to the star. We got to go backwards to the star.
Okay, so then that's not.
I'm sorry, a penalty could be on the way.
True.
Zach Martin getting
I
raped.
have to hold out hope, right?
Zach Martin's getting ripped. He's talking about that's why Brandon Aubrey's our best
Zach
player.
Martin's having, unfortunately, a horrible season. I
Horrible.
don't know if it's like a whole O-line suck situation, so he's looking worse,
Look at
too.
he's punched himself in the head.
I told you, he's the one who had that penalty on our
Yep.
opening drive that, helped to cause us,
Just
the
the things that happen.
those 4 points.
It happens at the worst times too. We have no timeouts left. 23 seconds. We're hoping for a field goal here at best. A touchdown would be if it's blown coverage. We have 2 plays, basically, 2nd and 19. Shotgun, probably dump it down for something to the corner. It seems like it's being a lot of penalties and not calling. No call. 3rd and 19. And by the way, the Cowboys, if we catch
we're lucky that wasn't picked.
Here's the thing. If the Cowboys get a pass caught now, and we don't get a first, and we get tackled inbounds, what happens? We can't spike it, so we have to run the field goal team on there and have to be ready to go. This is where it comes up, but this is coaching. You got to be ready. If for some reason we're confused, that's bad coaching. 18 seconds to go. Dak's looking, 3rd and 19, dumps it down to the outside. CeeDee Lamb got to get out of bounds.
He does.
Ooh, late hit. They don't call anything.
That was close enough. They were trying to tackle him out of bounds.
I know. I'm just, whatever. We're going for 6 points here. I'm trying to inspire some confidence here in our fan base. That's the way I do it.
Brandon Aubrey inspires confidence.
Our player of the year is on the field right now. Number 17.
Again, I like the little razzle-dazzle there from the special teams. Unfortunate that we have to break it out when we're down 27-3.
Once again, the special teams is our best part of our team again. Let's make this field goal.
Yeah.
47-yard attempt. Brandon Aubrey knocks
Looks
it
good.
through. It was close for a second. It started moving, but yeah, right off to the right. I would say not down the middle. And it's 6. Yay, we're down 21 points. Yay, we're down 21. Thank you, Turpin, on special teams. And thank you, Brandon Aubrey, on special teams.
And again, you see Turpin there. It sucks, too, because
wasted.
Football is a meritocracy. But see, truly, some of the greatest words Tony Romo has ever said. But part of that, too, is that there is a part of you that feels like when you have a player who makes a good play like that, who fights like that, it feels like they deserve to see something from that. And every time we fail to kind of follow through with that, it feels, it feels like a personal letdown on multiple levels. Damn, we failed to convert. Turpin said you ain't going anywhere, so well worth it there. But yes, let me go now. I'm just saying that again. It just sucks when it feels like we're not rewarding those big plays and those good plays that our players make by continuing to follow that up with good execution, good plays, good play calling, all that.
For a second, I thought the Cowboys were doing an onside kick. I'm like, what are you fucking doing? They're all huddled up together. I'm like, that's not look like a normal
This dog
thing.
Is also she's passed
sunken
out
into
on
you.
me. I know. I'm trying to move without disturbing her royal.
Or he just said Dallas not coming back after saying it earlier. Hey, we got a long way to go. I told you, bro. I told you.
By the way, even if Dowdle, just the final thing that I'll leave this with, even if Dowdle obviously came back and was able to take a few snaps, he clearly is banged up and hurt if we're not really using him, because we've only seen him take 2-3 snaps since he got hurt after that first drive, and I have a feeling that was not part of our original game plan. So
obviously,
anyway, that's all my love.
You know what happens when you go ahead, but that's what happens when you don't plan shit properly. When you don't have enough running backs to take up an injury, then that's the issue with this team. You guys are seeing it literally in live in real time. You're seeing the mistakes that constantly are done with this team, with the way we built this team in the offseason by Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, not by Dak Prescott or Mike McCarthy or Micah Parsons. This is the way it was built by the owner and the GM and the GMs and the contract guys like Stephen fucking Jones and the owner / 81-year-old GM. There's no 81-year-old general managers in the motherfucking NFL except for this team right here. The only one in the NFL with someone this old being the general manager, making the decisions of your team, making the moves of your team, compiling the roster of your team. That's Jerry Jones. That's not Mike McCarthy. It's not Will McClay helps. McCarthy gives input. But Stephen Jones gets the contracts fucked up. And Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones wait till the last second to do those contracts, and Jerry Jones is the one that makes the decisions in the end, even though Stephen Jones also has a major part to play in that. It's the combination of Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, which is the destruction of this team, this organization, the proudness of that star over the last 28 years, unable to win a Super Bowl, unable to get to a division, to a conference championship. Embarrassing. And then the embarrassment to our fans, to us, continues. Never stops. Never stops. It's sad. Chat in the house. All 75 people. Hit the like. Hit subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. I'm going to give a big shout out to the man John Luna, who's our sponsor of the week. He may not be a Cowboy fan, but he loves his channel. We're real here, and that's what he appreciates it. We're passionate. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're also not going to just shit talk the Cowboys and be hard on the Cowboys just to be hard on them. You know what I'm saying? Like some other people just hate Dak Prescott, so they're just going to always talk shit about Dak Prescott. Is that being real, or is that just trying to be right? I just want us to win. And that's what we don't have in this. This organization has that winning mindset was gone with the moment we fired Jimmy Johnson, as far as an organization. But luckily, the guys he got in here, the scouts, the players, the coaches, that Jimmy Johnson, when he left on this team, is what got us that Super Bowl. It wasn't Jerry Jones got us that last Super Bowl because he got Deion Sanders. That was his biggest important part to play as a general manager, other than hiring Jimmy Johnson. Buying the team, hiring Jimmy Johnson, and getting Deion Sanders. I guess you could say getting Charles Haley, but that was actually Jimmy Johnson's idea as well. So getting these guys into Dallas, when we've won, it was Jimmy Johnson doing it. A general manager building the team, and we didn't even know his qualifications. Obviously, he's damn good. Jerry Jones took over, did one move that was okay. Got obviously, you take Deion Sanders away from the Niners to the Cowboys, and now they're out of the Super Bowl. We're in it. So obviously that was a good move, but I'm sure it wasn't just Jerry Jones with that. I mean, I could have made that move. So, and ever since then, it's been, the Joey Galloway trade. It's been the Roy Williams trade. It's been the Amari Cooper trade. It's been let's get our quarterbacks from the undrafted pile, from the 4th round / 5th round. Yes, a compensatory pick is a 5th rounder in my mind. And if you get him in the 4th round, that's Dak Prescott. That's the way this team is built. Terrence Steele, our starting right tackle after a torn ACL, gets signed to a huge contract. He's an undrafted player originally, and now showing the cracks in his game. That's the way this team runs it. When you see we have Gallup, we're eating dead money on Michael Gallup. He retired. Why? Because he got torn fucking ACL 3 years ago. Rushed back on the field, played like shit that year. We took the cap hit this year. And then. This is the management. Now, players fucking up on the field? Hell yeah. Dak Prescott looks like shit today. He's crap today. You got to play up a little bit. When you're needed to play up, I understand. I say it all the time. Dak Prescott, you cannot put the whole game on his shoulder. Once every 5 or 6 games, Dak can pull it out for you. You want him to do it every week because you think he's Patrick Mahomes? That's on Jerry Jones being a fucking idiot. So when you put everything on Dak's back every week, Dak's back going to crack. And he's going to not be able to hold up his end of the bargain. Sometimes the defense got to pull through. We got all these injuries. We got no defense to pull through. We need the offense. The offense is shit in the bed. 6 points. No touchdowns. Horrible. This is what happens when you have a badly designed team from the top to the coaches to the players. Badly designed team. You have talent. It's a badly designed team. On defense with Micah Parsons, he has had one sack this year, the first game. I know he's been injured now his second week. Nonetheless, the guy still, he's laughing on the sideline with DeMarcus Lawrence. He's not angry. He's not involved. He was scanning through his little tablet earlier. I mean, I just don't see the dedication and devotion to that star from any of these players on this team, and any of these coaches in this team, and especially the owners, the NGM of this team, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. Calvin Richard, though, bringing the passion, the heart, dedication. Much love to you, Calvin Richard, with the 5 on it. It said, looks like if the Cowboys ever get to the Super Bowl, these players haven't been born yet. I mean, let me just see something here. Looks like if the Cowboys ever get to the Super Bowl, those players haven't been, yeah. So all our players that will be in our next Super Bowl, what Calvin Richard is saying, that at this moment, they are still not born. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next year, these players that will make the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl for the Cowboys, they'll start being born, which means you're looking at about 20 or 30 more years from now. I see what you I see. I know what you're saying, Calvin Richard, and truly, unfortunately, I agree. I do want to say, by the way, Calvin Richard, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Takes Jet Li to 75 points, and I also want to make a mention to those that dropped the love today. Here, Skeptical Fan gifting membership, and Chill Pill gifting 10 memberships. Who puts her in the lead, by the way, in the lead on the membership board over John Luna and Skeptical Fan in first place, but also. Chill Pill is currently second place, only surpassed by John Luna by a little bit. But the thing that's even more interesting is that right behind Chill Pill is Calvin Richard, who's right now, I think, let me see, if I do the quick calculations, 8 away from jumping over Chill Pill for second place. Just want to lay that out there. And after that, I think you're like 45 back on John Luna. Still catchable. Everyone can be catchable here. Either way, much love to everybody who's dropped the love. Skeptical Fan, Calvin Richard, Chill Pill gifting membership, and John Luna. Big shout outs to you guys from today's drops. Congrats to John Luna on winning the jersey from our monthly jersey raffle that we do here on My Cowboys Family. For, as you can see, the star level gets 1 raffle entry. The over everything level gets 2 raffle entries. And the weekly winner gets a bonus entry. And that could be anybody. You don't have to even be in the membership. You can be in the navy blue, the silver. You have to be in any. You can be balls deep adventures in the chat right there. And he said, "Man, my kids can witness a Cowboys Super Bowl." Sharing tears there. I want my child to see it. I want my daughter to see it. I want my stepson to see it, but I also like to see one, right? One last one for the road before we go and leave this earth. Anyways, yes, balls deep. But I'm just saying, balls deep could win, let's say, this week. And if he was to win, he's not in the membership. He's not in any of the levels, but he would still get his name entered at least once. 1 out of 4 possible bonus entries, I guess you could do once a week, to be our sponsor of the week. And if you're that, you get a bonus raffle entry. Sewn and stitched jersey, as you can see, just like this Trayvon Diggs jersey here. Sewn and stitched, beautiful, great quality. I mean, I've had this one for 2 years. It looks like it's the same day, brand new. Has there's different. I mean, I love my favorites personally are the Color Rush, which you got the stars sewn in here. It's all white. It just looks like. It looks good with the hat. I don't know. It's just good all around. And I love my Color Rush. But today I had to go with defense, hoping the defense would do something. Forget about the 7. Put a 2 in front of that 7. The fucking Lions 27-6 at halftime. I've been talking enough. Been rambling enough. Big shout outs to Calvin Richard there with that last drop. Matt Batten said we're not coming back in this game. Madman said it was right. It was a blowout. Mick said that game was over and Dak threw that pick in the red zone. And it was in the end zone, right? That was a killer right there. Talked to Sully, said, sorry, even with this Dallas draft is a stretch. I think this is a great draft the Cowboys had. A lot of guys have to play and step up, but to have to step up and start and play your starter ability day one and play like as good as our starters day one for all of our rookies, and we got some 4th and 5th rounders in there trying to. That's a pipe dream. You're gonna win games like that. We knew that was not gonna happen, and it's coming to fruition. It's not a big surprise. JP in the house. Should have got rid of Dan Quinn, and again, that's something that we kind of couldn't control anymore. He stayed an extra year or 2 longer than he was supposed to. Like, we got an extra couple years out of Quinn. He got a little stale with us, but still. Yeah, I mean, we didn't get rid of him. He was moving on anyways. Prince NY, the interception in the red zone was crazy. Matt Batten said 50-3 is my prediction for this game. Well, that's not possible, Matt, because it's 50. It would be 50-6 right now. We did get a field goal, I guess. Talk to Sully said continue in the second round. The last 2 first-round picks are poor. Yes, the Mozzie Smith failure. Guyton right now. Guyton. We have to wait and see. I mean, he got injured. He's not really playing in this game, but he's looked good against Myles Garrett. We were all happy about it, and all of a sudden, worse. So, still needs to we still need, our off the first picks to do better. I 100% agree on that, but it just second round picks, Marshawn Nealon, injured. What can you do? Sam Williams, third year guy, out for the year before the season even started. Balls deep in the house, saying preach. Talk to Sully, Queen and King. Said Dak is not my favorite player in the Cowboys. Period. I hear you. Don't have to be. William Burney said we got 6 points already, so yeah, exactly. William kind of saying OG Loke's in the house. And then we got
Calvin Richards with the hilarious comment for me to come back to.
At the $2 holler.
Oh, thank you so much, Calvin. He said, let's just play the rest of our games on the road. Yeah, we'll trade everybody our home games.
Well, there's one good thing. If the Cowboys
if
the Cowboys sneak in the playoffs, we'll be on the road because we ain't going to be no fucking home team in
That's
this
a good
thing.
point. So, hey,
well, I guess we could win the division.
You're saying there's a chance.
Well, I shouldn't speak too soon because our division is so bad that, in a sense, I guess the Commanders at 4-2, but my point is if we win the division, that's the only way we'll play at home. Like last year. So we'll be the 4th seed, and we'll end up playing the 5th seed, which will probably whip our ass in Dallas. So, yeah.
We do deserve better, Frankie Frank. All the fans do.
Fans deserve it. I just went on a rant on why we're losing. Why we're losing. The fans are losing here. Jerry Jones ain't losing. Next year, it was $10.5 billion. It'll be $12 billion next year on Forbes. He's happy.
So
we suffer.
Now, one of the things that you and I
baby.
have had, I don't want to say a disagreement on, because it's not really a disagreement, just one of those back and forth discussions that we have slight differences on. And thank you again, Calvin Richards, with the follow-up $2 holler saying we always get blown out at home. And yeah, not even just like, we lose at home. We get blown out at home.
By the way, 4 away for him. If I'm not mistaken, he's 4 away from jumping Chill Pill on 2nd place on the board.
There we go. Thank you. Oh, and sorry about that. Didn't realize I took so long there.
No, he's 4 away from that. But yeah, let me...
So, real quick, so like Tia Chana was saying, she said, alert, stat pad's got time, got time. And that is one of the few, like I said, one of the few small differences Mr. MCF and I have had throughout this season so far. Just because, and not saying that you aren't saying some of those stats aren't, padded and stuff like that, but you mentioned it, I think it was either on our post-game stream this week or maybe last week. I'm not 100% sure. It was a somewhat recent comment, though, within the last week or two. That, Dak is like one of the top 5 quarterbacks and like his second most in passing yards. Like he's got a few good stats, so to speak. But man, as a Cowboy fan who has been watching all of our games and seeing exactly how we got to that point, I mean, if there was ever a year that I would agree that those stats are padded or are not necessarily true to form, I mean, goddamn, it would be this year.
I just want to say one last thing before, the game is about to start here, so I'm going to miss a little bit of it. But I do want to say that I don't think it's pat statting when you're in the 3rd quarter. Even if in a blowout, they're not. It depends on the defense they're playing. If they're playing prevent, you can say it's stat padding. But against the Ravens, we didn't. They played press the whole game in the 4th. And we still came back. Not that that's not, they're playing some things differently. But we open things up when Dak is allowed to take over a game. That's all. We kicked off.
Again, like I said, I'm not saying I agree with that 100%. Just saying that if there was ever a year you could say that some of Dak's stats, don't necessarily reflect the reality of the product that we're putting out there on the field, I would just say it's so far been this season. And it feels like overall for our team, right? Like, think of any of the good things so far that you could say about our Cowboys, even with the wins that we've had and other things like that. I mean, outside of our week 1 performance, I don't think many of us feel good about even the good things that have happened during some of these games because we obviously have not seen them consistently to feel good about them. So, again, wide run to the outside on the right for 12 yards and a first down. Yeah, that was Gibbs, by the way, for the Lions. So, yeah, Scorpio said we used to be the comeback Cowboys. No diddy. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. We did have one solid comeback, and we have fought back in certain games, even though we lost, but something about it just did not come out with the same results even, or the same energy that we've seen in previous moments. It's something about, I know Mr. MCF kind of said it in a slightly joking way, but something about that Green Bay loss at home last year in the playoffs, as Jared Goff with the play action has all the time in the world to get a quick pass down to Gibbs again for what ends up being a 15-yard gain there for a first down as they are driving. And remember, this is their first drive back since they took the field and get start with the ball the second half. So, holy crap, defense starting off strong. Yeah, not too great. I actually also want to roll back since I wasn't here to see some of the comments there, because I know Calvin Richards said, let me see, looks like the Cowboys ever get to the Super Bowl, those players haven't even been born yet. I'm just sad that I was only somewhat freshly born the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. So, okay, they're a pretty solid run stop there. Donovan Wilson is actually, again, ooh, okay, he got up a little slowly, but he's good. Donovan Wilson, again, he's been getting there. The lack of completing the tackle has been the bigger problem, but that time with a little help from his friends, he does actually complete it. Only 2 yards there, 2nd and 8. Again, I hear the announcer saying it. Not Tom Brady, the other guy, Kevin. Last name is escaping me, unfortunately, here. So anyway, Lions lined up. Looks like a pass. Goff goes deep to no one. Although, again, they are trying to target that Oruiwe side, our weak link there. I'm surprised that we haven't seen that more often a few times. So, thank you again, Calvin Richard. Appreciate you. Much love. So, and you know, Scorpio, a bit of revisionist history there, because as many times as Romo came back and got us a win in the end, he would sometimes get us that last minute pick to end the game too. Jared Goff with a huge bomb and a touchdown. Wow. Jared Goff with a 40-something yard touchdown pass to Jameson Williams, making it look easy there. Wow. By the way, in case anyone was wondering, that was on Trayvon Diggs. No pressure. You know, Jared Goff got that pass out nice and easy. That was... I know, someone make me feel better and let me know, was that 40-something yards or 50-something yards? How many yards was that? 37. Okay, so there we go. You see, I feel better knowing it was only 37 yards. Yay. Matt Batten said we're about to lose 50-6. I mean, the way we're playing right now, yeah. This scheme sucks ass, said Wiseman 27. Oh, please get Juanier at safety. I mean, we had Trayvon at corner. Did that help? Did that do anything? Oh, Scorpio said, I say the stadium clears out by the 4th quarter. I mean, that right there, probably a few people are going to start heading home. At least Cowboy fans. So, Madman said, that's what happens without a pass rush. See, that Diggs isn't as good as people say. Again, not to ever make excuses, but I mentioned this earlier in the game, and obviously it's going to be a factor throughout the rest of the season, but Trayvon Diggs is coming back from that ACL injury. And statistically speaking, there has never been a player who has come back from that type of injury and done better than just slightly above average, like at best. Usually they just have okay years. So I feel like I already went into this season expecting Trayvon Diggs to not necessarily have the same impact that he normally would have in other years. Now, the fact that we are obviously missing literally every other corner on our team besides Trayvon Diggs does not fucking help, right? But at the end of the day, you do still expect that your number one corner is going to make those types of plays. So, Aztec Aguilar 04 said, look, I know we're hurting and missing a lot of key players, but it's next man up. And if no one can step up, then I don't know. I guess this team and its mental game is as soft as Charmin. Couldn't have said it better myself. Jessica asks, are we the only embarrassing team that people expect to win and that we don't? I mean, I have to imagine that we're not, but seeing as how we are the Dallas Cowboys, we certainly are the biggest. So, and it is a whole team. This is absolutely a top to bottom team performance. So, but of course, remember, top to bottom, the shit rolls downhill in this case. So from our number one players and starters, yeah, not very demure or mindful. Very frustrating. Huge shout out to everybody who is here sharing in this pain and commiseration with us, because this is not at all what I expected to see from our team. Turpin tries to do something. We get to the 30. I mean, we're going to try. Reality Cowboy said this team quit on Mike McCarthy. He should be fired. They're tired of the Zeke runs on first down and CD pouting. Fuck that. Dak looks like he don't give a fuck. He got paid, so fuck Mike McCarthy. I mean, the whole team looks like they're checked out. They seem so disinterested. I couldn't even tell you if they hate Mike McCarthy or not, because they look like they do not give a shit other way. Anyway. Anyway, 1st and 10 here. Zeke is there to help try to pick up a block as we do a quick dump down play to CeeDee Lamb up the middle, who, by the way, wasn't even hit yet and was already, like, bracing for the, like, not even fighting for yards or trying to go down the field, just, like, bracing for the hits that he thought were already coming. He, like, flinched beforehand. Man. That is, wow. Yeah, I guess we will only win on the road, I guess. Are they doing this on purpose, said Pat Pfeiffer. I mean, I can't believe anyone would intentionally be this bad. As Terrence Steele says, I don't want to do my job today. Shit. Is Aiden Hutchinson hurt? I think he's hurt. Crap. Aiden Hutchinson there with the sack on Dak, but he's hurt. He is laying on the ground. He is not moving. Holy shit. Let me see what happened there. So, he sacks Dak. He goes down on, is it his elbow? His knee? Let me see. I hope they show this all the way through. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think it's worse than that, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think. Did he... Okay, so he did sack Dak, but I think he went down... like, just from no contact. Did he just tear his ACL or something? And I'm not trying to be dramatic or hyperbolize here. It's just that he hit Dak. Dak went down naturally because of his momentum. It wasn't because Aiden Hutchinson had kind of continued the sack. Aiden Hutchinson went down on his own. Weirdly, right? Like a nerve shock. Yeah, like, I don't know. Something about that just looked very bizarre. I do hope it wasn't some kind of a ligament situation, but that did not look good at all for Hutchinson. That is horrible. I hope he's okay. And that still counts as, by the way, we still got sacked. Guess what, guys? Like, even with all that other stuff, we still just got sacked. Terrence Steele just didn't even, like, did he even have contact with Aiden Hutchinson before that even happened? Like, I know we're obviously slightly distracted by the current injury situation, but if we can rewind that play, like, did Terrence Steele even touch 97 a single time before he went and sacked Dak Prescott? Because our offensive line performance, I mean, this was supposed to be the better offensive line. Remember that, right? Oh, God. Yeah, he just got run around. He just ran right around him. Good to know. Oh, I like the no help for Steele, right? So Scorpio said they might have to cart him off. Emeraldo Cruz said his calf looked odd. Matt Batten said that did not look good. Man, shit. Like I said, I really hope that is not the case, guys. Really hope that's not the case. This team is done. Time for a rebuild. I mean, I know Jerry wants to walk back those comments he made. But, yeah, soft rebuild. How about hard rebuild? The way that we're getting wrecked hard here by this other team. So, Oh no, DJ Chuck said, I tore my ACL in college, and that's what it looked like. Oh man. Like I said, I'm genuinely hoping for some better news here. Shit, no, he's being carted off. It's really bad. Oh no, okay, so they're saying that his leg actually went in a really bad angle. Okay, so they're saying that they think that he broke his leg, that it went at an unnatural angle when he went down, which I guess is the part that we're not seeing and they didn't show, because to me it just kind of looked like he slipped. His leg turned into spaghetti. Oh crap, that means that it just like snapped underneath him. Yeah, and the guys, the one thing I want to make clear, like, Dak got sacked, but whatever injury occurred was basically from no contact. Like, it wasn't like two guys slamming into each other or whatever. Like, it's hard to describe unless you kind of see it again. But it was basically after the initial contact, basically as Dak tries to get out of the sack and Hutchinson's trying to finish the sack. It's almost like in that moment when he released him and let go, like something just went wrong in his legs. Career is over. Jeez, guys, is it that bad? Jeez. Oh boy, that's a really crappy situation there. Yeah. And for that to happen to, you know, like, obviously, look, still the enemy, still the guy who's beating our ass, but no one deserves that, and especially not someone whose star was shining so brightly, and especially such a big part of Detroit's team. I mean, that, again, I pretty sure I said before I left for the halftime break, you know, the type of implications that Detroit has just in general for us and the, again, playoffs. I know, but just the NFC in general. I mean, this is a huge blow. Huge blow. That's your opening, Dak. Let's go. I mean, madman, that's... I hate to think strategically here. And again, I know the score is not being reflected on the screen. I just don't want to disturb Mr. MCF's settings here. So, but they are up 34-6 as Dak took that sack there. And we were attempting to drive down the field. But this could be a chance for us to attempt something close to a comeback. 11 minutes, 43 seconds and all the timeouts. But again, really hard to think about that right now when it looks like Hutchinson is having such a severe situation seems to be happening on the field. I mean, guys, EMTs are out there. Like, it's, you know, like, it looks like they're having to do more than just necessarily, like, stabilize him to move him. Like, it sounds like there's providing more medical care on the field for him at this moment. Too gruesome to show. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys. This is... Yeah, no replays. Like, that, they are not... Wow, I mean, this is just... Okay, yeah, they're putting an air cast on his leg. I mean, I hate to say it, and I don't know who said it in the chat, but it does sound like you guys were right. I mean, if they're, like I said, if they're providing this level of medical care, I don't know if the bone was showing or not. I'm trying to find a little bit more information for you guys. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just trying to see if they're saying anything specifically about. Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest. If the bone was out, it wasn't visible from the little bit that they've shown, and it wasn't bleeding to a point where it was visible in the little bit that they did show. But let me see. It does look, yeah, it looks like he did. Let me see if I can find. Let me see. It does, and it is a broken leg. I do want to make that clear. But oh no. Oh my goodness, guys. So yeah, when you see the replay, unfortunately, I would say about 6 inches above his ankle. So, like, if his ankle is here, I'm just going to use my arm as an example. If his ankle is here, somewhere, like, about here, the leg break happens. And if you watch the replay very carefully, they're not showing it. I did, thank you, Mr. MCF, sent that small clip there on social media. His leg is literally, it's just like, it's broken here. It's completely at an angle to the side. And as he's falling on his back, it's just, like, dangling like this. Like, completely just... So, it snapped there. Okay, he is being carted off. He does have, like I said, an air cast. It is his left leg that was injured there. That could be, yeah, I mean, you guys are saying it. This could be a career-altering injury for Hutchinson, the way that snapped. And there's no saying that it didn't also maybe snap even lower somewhere there, because the way it was moving, I don't know if there's a way to tell. That was fucking gruesome. Horrible. Yeah, they had to... it sounds like they had to stabilize him a lot more fully on the field there. I mean, and I have to be honest, it's a little discombobulating to try to get back into this football game after that type of injury, but, shit, that's part of the game.
I'm too big for this.
There we go. I know.
Area.
It's okay. Shit. Teamwork. We saved it. Oh, here.
I know the score's changed. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, as we've seen that injury,
we did try to attack to no one.
3rd and 11 turns to the
There's
4th
a flag.
11.
Maybe there's finally
Dak's
some kind of
hands
PI.
hurt too. Dak's finger, right hand, he's bleeding and it's dislocated.
He's looking at his middle finger.
Dak's injured.
I don't know about dislocated, but it's definitely got smacked
Good.
around. It was
First
PI
down.
on the defense there.
And listen, I know that I'm probably gonna get dinged for this, but whatever. Try to
show it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to show it just so you guys understand. If you're queasy, don't watch. Come on, Star, come back for us. But this is just horrible, no matter how you slice it. And here, hold on.
Let's see.
Your child back there. No,
I know.
He's like screaming. Hold on, I don't know why it won't let me.
Here, I mean, quick Dak tries to run the ball. He gets like 1 yard there.
Yeah, 2nd down.
So.
Here, I'll do it this way.
You can see it right there.
And the bone pops out a couple times.
Right there. Back it up a little bit. Right there. Don't move. There.
Yeah, definitely in the middle of his leg.
Play action. Dak almost sacked. Ferguson still gets the catch.
Not down yet.
Somehow.
He does get. They call him down. Let me fix the score. Horrible.
Oh, and I think another Lions player is hurt because he's like on the ground screaming and kicking his legs really hard. Helmet ripped off too. So incidentally, by the way, let me make that clear.
Yeah, it wasn't no flag going to go off for that. Horrible for the Cowboys. Horrible for the score is horrible. It's horrible for the Cowboys, but Hutchinson's injury is bigger.
Ooh, he got kind of folded up by Ferguson.
He got rolled. His head rolled.
So.
Who is that?
You see, look. Yeah, like I said, he got like rolled on and hit in the head. Kind of weird. And again, incidentally, right? Like there's not going to be any penalties or anything weird here. It just happened as Ferguson was going down. So, but he's going to go ahead and get checked out. It looks like he maybe got like poked in the eyes.
I don't know. He got rolled on. His head got like.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, he looks a little like he saw little cartoon stars there. So
wobbly.
Back into this game, 10 minutes, 38 seconds. It's a 3rd and 5 here. Again, they are still getting tremendous amounts of pressure. Hutchinson or no Hutchinson, just letting you guys know.
It's funny though, like Hutchinson's the one with the majority, like 70% of their sacks this year. And here comes Alan Mitchell right up the middle. He's got that one was dropped by Tolbert.
Again,
and he had
too bad we don't have curtains up to get the sun out of Tolbert's eyes.
Jerry Jones, once
Not
again.
that that's a full excuse, just saying that maybe it would have helped.
It definitely would have helped. He didn't know where the ball.
Yeah,
I mean,
he looked like he wasn't eyeing it in properly.
Again, can we just understand? I know Tolbert should have caught it, but when you have the sun in your eyes,
he was in that like streak of like 8 yards of sun.
But that's my point. That's because Jerry Jones he said we have the curtains, we can use them, and we don't want to for the games. And that is just putting your team at a disadvantage. We're going for this on 4th and 5.
Yeah, and his arm did not get hooked. The defense was there, but his arm didn't get hooked.
4th and 5 shotgun. Dak's going, throwing. Got CeeDee Lamb open, finally. I mean, that's an easy play to figure out.
I mean, easy to figure out. Why haven't we figured it out?
That's what I'm trying to say. It's just they're not playing prevent defense. We're not giving Dak any time. I mean, even that play, he was a 4-man rush, and Dak was still with a guy in his face.
We have a below average O-line.
But here's what I'm trying to say. It's not about. See, to me, that's why I don't call this. What is that yards? The
like garbage yards.
Garbage yards yet, because Dak is a kind of quarterback that flourishes usually. There's the flag. There you go. First down, Cowboys.
Yay, we're playing flag ball.
This to me is we're playing for the Niner game at this point. I just think it's look for the Niner game. That's all I'm playing
I'm sorry, I disagree. When you're down by this much, even if you somehow manage to like do the miraculous thing and come back and do all these things,
get close.
Just it. We've said it.
That's what Jerry
Playing
wants.
one really good like quarter and a half of like big comeback football, win or lose, like does it excuse the rest of the badness?
I understand that, but let me just say one thing.
Take it all away?
Can I say something? You see how that defensive interference? I know you're not watching, but they're playing press. Look at how they're lined up. The guys are off on top, but at the bottom they're still press. They're not playing prevent.
Yeah.
So that's not counted as garbage yards. It's still 9 minutes in the third.
In that sense, I don't disagree.
So here's what I'm trying, and also what I'm trying to say is this. This is when Dak thrives. Not garbage yards, but letting him run the offense. This is the only time Dak actually runs the offense. Now he'll throw a pick probably, but my point.
I mean,
boom! He missed.
Close.
Turpin's so close. And
look, even if he caught it, I think he would have been out just based on where that ball was at. Maybe the replay will show different.
Dak right now is getting pressured all the time, constantly. BB's
not just pressured, but pressured and hit every time. Like, he's never not taking hits on every play.
All I know is that the defense, everybody knows we're passing the rest of this game.
But yeah.
Which that's that, right? We have no running game. Zeke is useless in there. I mean, he's there to block and help. But the point is, there's no Hutchinson. So now, what the Cowboys going to be able to do, if they get a little time, we can pick on their secondary.
A little CeeDee Lamb in motion,
Dak's got to throw the good ball. That's all. And he's under pressure,
Dak has to just not get sacked, but...
2nd and 10, now it's 30 and 11.
Was that Dak's fault, too?
If no one's open, what can you do?
No one's open, no one's blocking. Like,
I don't understand. Like Terrence Steele's like running around. Alan Mitchell coming from inside. Zach Martin getting dirty.
Yeah,
dirted.
If you would have asked me where I think most of the sacks would be coming from, even with everything, I still would have said the left side. Would have never thought that the right side would be as weak as it is. So
look how they're
today.
playing now on defense. They got 7 guys on the defensive line, 3rd and 12.
Trips left.
There's probably single coverage, but they're going to drop some guys back. Some guys are going to blitz. Some guys going to watch
there to help block,
some guys going to watch the dump down. They're blitzing. Just no one open. Too much pressure on Dak. 4th and 12.
The sun.
I mean,
The stadium's booing.
Because we're going to probably punt. We got no choice. That's the game. The Cowboys gave up.
Boos.
Yeah. If you go for it here, you give them the ball. I mean, what are you going? Oh, we're going to go for the record. We're going for the record. I guess I don't think we're close enough. I thought we're behind the star. That's got to be a 70-yarder. I don't know. Isn't that a long field goal? I mean, that's
50-something.
Okay. That's not that bad. Okay, I didn't realize we were that close.
55, 50?
50-yarder. Easy money. Butter. The best player in our team. Did I call who is our best player in our team? And you've called it too. It's number 17, our kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Kicked the 50-yarder like he was like breathing oxygen. Love it. And 50-yarders are typically not the easiest kicks. Anything 50 or beyond is a hard kick. And he hits them from 66. And the record 67. So we'll see.
I think I'm going to dress up for Halloween as curtains. As curtains. I'm going to be just a curtain rod with some curtains on me.
Explain.
The curtains in the stadium, of course.
It's funny. I like it.
That's it. Just
that would have been a catch by Jalen Tolbert. I guarantee. I can almost tell you for sure. A 50-yard field goal for Aubrey in 8 straight games.
Longest streak in NFL history.
He's breaking records, man. Butter Aubrey in his second year. The Cowboys going to pay him $30 million.
You know what?
a year.
I think I'm gonna go back to being excited. Like that's my only hope for this game. Will Brandon Aubrey be in a position to kick the record-breaking field goal?
At least let's stay for that, guys, because that'd be historic. I think we should go for a 70-yard field goal.
I think our offense sucks enough that we could absolutely end up there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. We only have to be. So you guys understand, we have to be at the 50-yard line to kick. You could go 17 yards back. Well, not 17 yards to wherever you're at on the field is how you calculate. It's 5 yards, I think, for the snap,
and 7 yards at the star, right in the middle,
and a certain amount have to be in the end zone. So yeah, I mean, unless a miracle happens here and there's fumbles, turnovers, they're looking into the sun now. They get the return, and they get to the 30, 35, 40. Mukwama will make the tackle to the 45-yard line. They're at the 40. We might as well have just gone for it. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah, where they ended up.
Fourth and 12. Might as well have gone for it. Where they got the ball on the 45-yard line. I mean, I guess where would we have? They would have been farther back. I think 50.
Dylan said, "I need the Cowboys to help me out. I took the cover, and Detroit can't do it all by themselves."
They might. They're in shotgun. This game is still not. Is this garbage yards for Goff?
No, but
I'm just asking because 34-9. This is garbage yards. He's throwing the ball. That's a pressure coming there. They hit the ball, and he still got the guy open, number 11, down the field. O'Rourke has to make the tackle.
I think they're using this game to test a few things out. Why not?
Liu Fao.
Crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Liu Fao is on coverage there, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it was 27, and underneath it was Liu Fao. The thing is like I don't know where the coverage is supposed to come from. I guess it was O'Rourke there, number 27. Yeah, it's horrible coverage. And that's our practice squad guy. So do I get mad at him? Or do I get mad at the bad planning by the Cowboys? I know that some of his luck or whatever. We could have gotten Stephon Gilmore and a bunch of other guys that are out there now. They're running all over us. Oh, my God. Trayvon Diggs missed the...
he's having they just ran for 18 yards.
I'm going to burn this jersey after that. But look how bad Trayvon Diggs. He's so bad this game. Oh, I'm sorry I wore this jersey. Look at this play, baby. Look at this.
He moved out of his way again. That's like twice now in this game we saw him do that.
I was waiting for your reaction, and I was picturing... You're going to probably say it reminds you of that other... Yeah, because he did it earlier, too, the same exact... He went, And this time he went, ole.
Look, and I know you weren't here. I know you were listening, but one of the things I said was, hey, we all expected him to look average. We didn't expect him to look as good.
Right, off the injury.
He's coming off that injury. Expectations were managed. But there's average, and then there's whatever the fuck this is.
Play action. Oh, they have number 5 in there. Okay, I didn't... Yeah, it is play action. Good defense there. There's no flag for him being.
Who's that, Damone Clark?
That was when they try. What they're trying to do is rub it in our face. Remember that we did that. They did their the play with the eligible linemen.
Yeah.
They just used the lineman play on us, trying to say, "Hey, look, we're gonna get you guys, burn you guys."
I mean,
at least the Cowboys are disciplined there, but they still almost got it. It's an offensive lineman almost catching a touchdown on us. They're trying to rub salt in the wound right now.
I mean,
it's called payback.
I would say the other factor that we forgot is that this was absolutely a revenge game for Detroit as well.
For sure. Touchdown.
They want to. Oh no.
No
defense
whistle.
Said
Cowboys with defense is not letting that get in there. At least one more play.
Yeah.
But if they score, it'll be 40-9, and then eventually 41-9 after the extra point. 3rd and goal. Under 7 minutes in the third quarter. They're on the 1-inch line on 3rd and goal. So I found them. I just do a quarterback sneak with Goff or run number 5, Montgomery. I mean, that's easy there. I wouldn't fuck around with play action or passing, although that would also be a touchdown. I think they score. I think it is a touchdown no matter what happens. Are we on the live feed, like on the HD feed?
Yeah. This is the normal TV and everything.
So they're going I formation basically here, and they got their 22 personnel, 23 personnel, no receivers. It's false start. That's the only thing that could hurt them. They were going to throw
a timeout.
They were going to throw the ball there, by the way. Delay a game.
Oh.
So they go back. That gives them more chance to score. Because now it gives them 5 yards extra there. But anyways, I think it's a little more difficult to score, but it definitely changes their game. They went on 23 personnel, which means 2 running backs and 3 tight ends, and they were going to play action and throw the ball.
Sorry, I had to read this comment. Birdstone Lightbody said, "This is exactly what Jerry deserves on his birthday. Can't wait till he's gone."
And then you get Steven Jones, though. with a similar philosophy.
This is what Jerry deserves on his birthday. You're right.
That is true. So they're in shotgun now. I mean, does it really make a difference? We'll see. They're on the 6-yard line, 3rd and goal. Be nice, just out of pride, I guess, if there's even that left for this Cowboy defense and team. Pride. We're gonna blitz Leo Fowle. It looks like.
Hey, I'm still a Cowboy fan. I still want them to make a
but
stop.
If we blitz Leo Fowle, it's gonna be open in the middle. And we get Wilson's gotta make the sack. He does. We got the sack from Donald Wilson.
Way to go.
Hey, Jerry Jones is happy. He gets a couple extra dollars there for that sack from Wilson. He's probably thinking that in the booth right now. He's thinking, I wonder if that sack right there keeps people watching, keeps people keep giving up money. Just made another $500,000. Cool meal there from.
Like I said,
I'm paying Donovan Wilson $2 million the whole year.
It is hard to even enjoy a singular good thing because, like I said, that sack there, I love it. Wilson has actually had a pretty solid game overall, outside of like the lack of being able to like maintain the tackle, right? But it's hard to like say, oh yay, Donovan Wilson's having a pretty solid game. He stepped it up a little bit. Good for him. When
it's 37-9.
It's 37-9. That is ridiculous.
As R.I.P. Camel Toes, Camel Toes, Dem's facts. You speaking facts. What's the chat speaking?
Wiseman27 said D. Wilson finally wraps up. Yeah. Unknown Ninja said, will Steven hire a real GM? Or is he going to try to do himself like his dumbass father?
I guess that's the only thing we hope is that he hires a GM. But it'll probably be his buddy that was like the equipment manager.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And that's the guy who's working the salary cap right now.
I don't know.
I don't trust Stephen Jones's pick.
I have to imagine that Steven will delegate to some degree.
Will McClay.
But I think he's going to be somewhere between Jerry and where he currently is now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, whatever role he currently has now, he's going to absorb Jerry's role. He's going to delegate a few more things that he was, like, maybe doing in certain aspects.
You got to hope he hires a real GM.
But for the most part, I do think that he's going to do things in a very similar fashion as Jerry did. That's, of course, only an assumption based off the way he's behaved the last 20 years.
To me, it would have to be, you'd have to say that official role of GM will now be Will McClay. That's what I would hope that Stephen Jones does. And if he does that, we might actually win a Super Bowl. But by then,
I don't think Stephen is as willing to take the same amount of heat as Jerry in certain aspects. Agree. So I do think he'll have someone, even if it's a puppet GM, like there will be someone there to be that meat shield for him in the way that Jerry is now like the lightning rod for Stephen.
Stephen Jones will be owner and COO. That's what he is now. So I think he'll keep that role and title instead of GM.
That's why I said that whatever duties Jerry currently does, he's going to absorb some of those.
He has to agree with whatever Will McClay says, which is kind of what is being done now.
I don't know.
And Jerry Jones.
That's a lot of assumptions. I guess, but that's we're also making those assumptions based off of what we've seen already.
That is best case scenario. The worst case scenario is Stephen Jones is GM as well. Then we're fucked.
And guess what? None of that changes what's happening right now.
For another generation, yep. And
we run the ball to Dowdle, who gets
1 yard.
Not even a yard.
Even worse than Zeke. So let's just say we score 17. We're down 20 points in the fourth quarter. 3 touchdowns, you win the game.
Ronan the Voice said, "I'm proud of the players who are still playing hard." I agree. Again, that's why I said it's. I have seen. Oh God, I have seen some heart. I've seen heart.
Very little heart.
But I've seen some of the some. Mm-hmm. Again, like I said, there's guys on this defense I've seen they are trying. The problem is they suck. Like, no offense, they suck. They're trying really hard, but they are just not capable of performing certain things.
All I'm trying to do is take it one drive at a time. At this point, who cares? We're gonna lose the game, right? We got the L. But if you score a touchdown, go for 2, or score a touchdown, go for 1, you're down 21 points. If my math is right, I just want to make sure.
CeeDee Lamb in motion from left to right.
I don't know if my math's right. I think it's right. I guess we got to score first. We got to get a first down first. And we do. CeeDee Lamb with the catch. Look,
on the 50, but there's a flag, I think. They just said flag is down?
Nope.
Or Lamb is down?
Lamb is down at that. Whatever. Look, the point is that all I'm trying to say is this, baby, and I know that right now this is the record field goal right now at this spot.
Yeah, we're in Brandon Aubrey range.
But we're not. To me, this is the last chance for the Cowboys to really try to win this game. And if you score here, Cowboys I think, score 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I know. Hey, we've done it before. And
Fumble by Flournoy. And that ends that. First catch for Ryan Flournoy, and then he fumbles immediately. And it fumbles inbounds as he falls out of bounds, and the Lions. So that ends everything we talked about there. Ends everything. Look, they punch it right out. Flournoy doesn't secure the ball properly. And when in football, here's a little nuance that maybe some people don't know that are maybe more casual about watching football.
He should have had the ball on the other side.
Correct. When you are, I don't know it's hard when you're catching the ball, but you have to remember, you always, just for everyone to know, when you're running with the football, you put the ball on the side of your arm, right? Which arm do you put it in? On the side closest to the sideline you're on. So if you're on the left side, you put close to the sideline, you're holding your left arm.
Flournoy
if you're on the right side,
it was already running for a few yards,
and he put it on his right side. So when you get easier,
and never switched it over.
When you switch over to the left side, if the ball's hit, why do you do that? Because the ball goes out of bounds. When you're on the left,
are we
right
mad
side,
that Flournoy did exactly what young and experienced men do?
Right, that's what. Well, I'm trying.
In
I'm
the
trying to
sense
say.
of
oh
God.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? In football,
You
let me make
clarify
that
with some crew.
I didn't think.
But the point is that he's a young rookie, 6th rounder, and he fumbled in his first fucking catch. You don't expect that, but that's what happens when you gotta dig into your 8th receiver.
It's more about just a general. You expect mistakes from young, inexperienced players. You expect growing pains from players who are still figuring things out. So but the thing is, though, was that really a key game moment? Because, like you said, we'd still have to struggle and fight back and do all this stuff. So does it really matter that the Cowboys used Flournoy on a big play in a moment in a game that basically already felt lost, even if we somehow fought back?
Are the Cowboys challenging?
Are we?
I'm saying that he stepped out of bounds because I think he was inbounds the whole time he was fumbling.
They're saying he would have been out of bounds there.
No, he was. Yeah, he's inbound. That's just the Cowboys trying. The ball was punched out already. The ball has been out, and then he steps out.
Yeah.
Why would the Cowboys challenge that?
I'd rather keep the timeout.
It's out already. You know what I'm saying? It's like obviously out.
That's what I'm saying. Are you sure they're not just reviewing it to review it?
Maybe because it's a turnover, it's reviewed. True, it's not challenged. But he punches
just
it out right there.
Yeah,
it's
there
out.
should be no.
He's still
fully inbounds.
And then he's
still inbounds. He's still in bounds. He's not out.
Did you see the ball out of his hands? Why do they keep stopping it where his foot is? Who gives a fuck where his foot is? Right there. Who cares? The ball's been out for 5 minutes. Yeah. The ball's been out for 5 minutes. What is wrong with this?
Now he's out.
So this is the best crew they got, Tom Brady and Burkhoff. I mean, I guess.
Seriously, why are we still talking about this? What is...
He's out there.
Okay, yeah, it was just an automatic booth review.
But the way that the two announcers were speaking, I mean, we're better announcers than they are.
Jeez, and that was Tom Brady.
They were like Tom Brady and Burke. This is the number one crew.
Kevin
Burkhardt.
Thank you.
Yeah, these guys.
I remembered his first name, but not his last name earlier.
These guys are Fox's best crew, and we're the best crew. Come on, for Cowboy games. Let's be real. Oh my God! Do people know? See, that's the thing. You might get other.
But yeah, and that is high school fundamentals. That's stuff that we
changing
taught
the ball,
our
right?
kids,
I just want to make sure.
Football style.
Right.
And we're talking elementary and middle school age kids.
Yeah. Flag football, it wasn't really fumbles allowed, so it wasn't as big of a deal. But you teach that at any tackle football situation. It's
more about the fact that we still taught the fundamentals.
Just another 30-yard, 20-yard game.
Man. We're just a fundamentally bad team.
Overshown in coverage. They're getting burned by number 9 Williamson, right? Jameson Williams. Either it doesn't matter. They're just doing whatever they want.
They might actually score 50 points.
They will.
Someone predicted 50 points.
Yeah, Matt Batten, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, ball's halfway to the ground by the time that he steps out. Nothing to talk about.
But just that one replay of
Quest Elohim said, when will Cowboy fans learn?
The one play by Montgomery, by the Lions, number 5, where he breaks 3 tackles, his shirt's torn. That shows you their passion, their will to win in this game compared to ours. We're not even showing up. Look, Jameer Gibbs, another 25 yards.
Gibbs
15
just ran
yards.
15 yards and wasn't touched until the 15th yard.
Yeah, by the captain on defense today, Golston. Chauncey Golston. It says 15 missed tackles.
That feels low.
15 missed tackles.
That feels low.
Even if it feels low, guess what? That is an insane amount of missed tackles. And yet, but injuries, but these young guys, but the practice squad guy, but this and but that, and the motherfucking matter of fact, what happened to preparation for the front office to be ready for something like this? They didn't prepare. They wanted this. They got this. Happy birthday, Jerry Jones.
Jeez.
Look, another effort from Montgomery. That's why he got paid $18.5 million for 2 years. and for a running back 2 years before his deals is on. I talked about it before the stream. He's playing hard. He's playing hard. So it doesn't matter. It's just too bad for the Cowboys.
Yeah, and BB13, no, it was pretty clear. Again, he caught the ball, ran for a few yards, fumbled it while still in bounds, and then stepped out of bounds as the ball obviously remained in bounds.
I mean, it wasn't a challenge, but there's another receiver screen for a first down, another 10 yards. Cowboys punch last, they probably get the flag. That was Malik Hooker shoving number 11. 11 shoved them first, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, they're just doing whatever they want against us. 37-9. They're about to hit that 44 mark here if they score a touchdown. All I want us to do is, at this point, because the game's over now, the only way we could have even been in this game is if we had stopped them, got the ball back, and I say scored before the fourth quarter. 3 touchdowns in the fourth, you never know. That's all gone. So now you just do what you said, baby. Let's get Brandon Aubrey that 67-yard, or I say 68-yard field goal. That breaks the record, right? 68.
Yeah, I think, by the way, DeLunatic asked it was Damone Clark benched because Vigil is in there. The plan, from our understanding, was always that it was going to be kind of a teamwork type of thing. So I don't know if it's Vigil's time to play.
Yeah.
I can't. That's what I can't speak to it. We just knew that they were both going to be used.
I don't see Vigil at all, by the way. Oh, there he is. He is there now. So he's got the green dot when he's in there, and then when he's not there, it will be who? Damone Clark.
Yeah.
Is the other guy number 18 who only one. Even if they both have the dot, only one can be actually on the microphone. Yeah. With the, I don't know who that is. Oh, we came in another missed tackle there. It counts, I think, on the fall down on Gibbs, who just left his ankles on the ground. Just say like the Cowboys have so many missed tackles, and I know it's because of the young guys having to step up, like Nick Vigil, practice squad. Just came off the practice squad at 53. And Oroki, number 27. These guys, Vigil's 41. These guys are practice squad is like, they're not even on your team. I don't think some people may not understand that. These guys are not even on your team. They practice with your team, but they're not technically on your team. They're getting paid like $100,000, which sounds like a lot, but it's not when you look at all the other guys getting paid at least $1 million. They're trying to score with their offensive line. I tell you, they're trying to run it up with the offensive lineman. He was down.
And
Panay Sewell trying to get a touchdown.
It's some kind of illegal formation or something on their offense.
So, once again, Detroit wants to run it up on us using their offensive lineman to get back at us from last year. They failed the first time. They failed again.
They're just going to keep trying every single time.
Panay Sewell. So, they caught the ball, and then they had the lineman catch the ball in the reverse. Like it was a lateral.
Yeah. So their coordinator is making the fucking smuggest
trying to get the
touchdown.
He's
so I want to make something clear too. So BB13 said, as far as that fumble earlier, why they reviewed it so much. If a fumble is touched by a player who's out of bounds, the ball is out of bounds. They were checking to see if his foot was on the line.
Right, I understand that if he was out of bounds, but he wasn't.
That's why they were reviewing it so much.
So is that on the Cowboys? I thought he got in the end zone. No, his elbow hit. When his elbow hits, he's down.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to say is, like, I hear a lot of booing, unless that's just only the Detroit fans left there. Yeah, it's 2nd and 13, so it was on Detroit.
Yeah, I'm sure all the Cowboy fans are packing it up and going home already.
They've left already. There's some. I'm on Ross St. Brown. They try to use him as an underneath guy. No pressure at all.
Goff just runs it himself for like 6 yards.
That's a flag on 93. Oh, I'm surprised. He's going to get fined. His whole body just dropped on Goff.
Yeah. I think the reason it wasn't flagged is because it did look like incidental. Like he tried to
he was
over
sliding
him and out of his way.
And he just went at him, like knowingly he was going to dive and just went at him.
End of the third quarter there.
We're in the fourth. And this misery is almost over.
I guess at least there's that.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be the After Dark episode tonight, but that's for those that
said
know.
They're bending us over and giving it to us without lubrication now.
Yeah. Prison style.
My question is, what were they doing before now, then?
They were getting us ready for it.
Good point.
They were telling us. They were
telling us what they're about to do to us.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
now they're doing it to us.
Yeah, unfortunately. Man.
Fool's gold. Who wants to buy more pyrite? Said Talk to Sully. Scorpio said, we need to boo Jerry out of his own stadium on his birthday.
I mean, I don't think there's Cowboy fans left there. The booing was from the Detroit Lion fans, who they're still there watching. It's a celebration. This is their Super Bowl. But the thing is, it's like, this is the big payback. They got it. They got us. They beat our ass. Congrats to Detroit. The Lions played a much better game.
Not that the Cowboys needed more exposing as the fraudulent franchise that they continue to be. But, here we are again.
I mean, listen, it's just gonna hit the 40s in a minute here. So
yeah, Scorpio, I might have to make my own appearance.
On the After Dark, yeah. We got Queen and King said our fans suck this year, and I think that at the stadium, I agree, and also I agree some fans do suck all the time. They suck when we're good or bad. They're just sitting there, doing their nails or
not into it,
not into the game. But then there's other times where the Cowboy players and the coaches and Jerry Jones are not giving us, they're not giving the fans that are there shit to root for. You know what I'm saying? And if we're there, we'd be shit there pissed off booing a lot of that shit on our Cowboy side. Not on the Lions. The Lions are just the team that are kicking our ass. The last time we were at home was the Ravens kicking our ass. And the last time before that was the Saints kicking our ass. And the time before that, it was the Packers kicking our ass. Since the Packers, we've lost 4 straight home games before winning like 12 straight home games. It's like bizarro world. Like, I don't even understand it. We haven't lost on the road. We've beat Cleveland. We beat the Giants, and we beat the Steelers on the road. 3 below-average teams. That's why we won those games. At home, we're playing Ravens, Saints.
And by the way, the Niners
backup quarterback, and right now, and what do you call it? The Ravens and the Lions. Which are
and the Niners are only slightly less banged up than we are.
Yeah, they will be when we play them. They'll be a lot less banged up than we will be. We both will be a lot better, but I think they'll be more full blast than we will be. 3rd and 8, we're facing the sun again in the 4th quarter. Now it's just to try to keep the embarrassment as low as possible. Now it's things like, let's kick the field goal for the record for Aubrey in the sun, and let's not let their offensive lineman score a touchdown on us. Can we do that? That'd be nice. Let's keep that from happening. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
And if we do, they get the 40 points with a field goal. 3rd and 8. Going for the end zone. It's a flag. It was a pick by the receiver. So I don't know if they're going to call that.
I mean, they're not calling it a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a pick on the receiver there. So they're going to go back another 10 yards.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not, even with that. So. Oh. Much love to King Knight 19.
Thank you so much, King Knight. Appreciate you with the $5 holler coming through.
Yeah, the first drop in the second half here at MyCowboysFamily. Thank you. Big shout outs to you, brother. Thank you. And we're going to add you up to that board. Baby, what did the man say?
This is old school defense versus new school offense. Either Zimmer has to adjust or get out.
Yeah.
I love what they're trying to bring, but it's not working.
It's not working either when the offense can't score anything, But we also have a shitload of backups. So I hear what you're saying, and it is true. I still need to see more I saw a little adjusting on the run game last week, the week before that by Zimmer. But what happened this game? When they get a decent team and a team that we have no offense in, backup defensive players, he just didn't have enough to stop the run.
I was just about to say that part of the problem is that it's hard for us to know and fully pinpoint exactly where everything was going wrong because we never got to see our offense fully hit its stride before we started losing all these players. So now we can kind of, I don't want to say use the injury excuse, but we can explain away some of our situations to like, oh, well, of course they got through. We're down to our 4th string, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. But even when we had everyone out there, there was a lot of suspect and questionable moments.
By the way, 40
it's hard
to
to know how much actual improvement and adjustment took place because, is some of that adjustment just because the starters weren't there? Like, are we going to revert back to some of those things we saw the second that Micah comes? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I can't say that some of the adjustments we saw by Zimmer can even be attributed to him making actual adjustments. And if it isn't just a forced hand by personnel situation. Yeah. Like, we just don't know yet. Too early in the season, too many injured guys, too many different positions that were already fucking up. So, like I said, the only good thing you can say is that we have seen a few guys step up and show up and have those little flashes and moments, but not consistently, and with everyone else falling short, not productively either.
Yeah.
So
when you have
kind
your
of
starters,
a bit of a rant there. So
I mean,
yeah, there's
you
no
got
coming back
injuries
from
and starters that that are failing us as well in some situations.
Yeah.
And Dak is one of them. But you still have a fourth quarter. We're not coming back. I just want to see us get a 50. I want to see Brandon Aubrey break the record. That's all I'm looking at now. At this point, that's what we're
C-Doc
cheering
80 said. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I almost had a little hiccup there.
Oh.
I stopped it. C-Doc 80 said, "We've had a great home field advantage the last 2 years, and the team wasted it with embarrassing playoff losses.
Yep.
Can you really blame the fans? No.
No.
Don't blame them at all, right?
I think that we have the shitty fans are always going to be there sometimes. The Cowboys fan base, and I'm talking about the ones that don't really care. They just cheer whatever. But it's another, and they cheer when they feel like it. But the thing is that the real fans, those real fans. I understand. I would be booing right now. I would be pissed off.
Talk to Sully brings up something that I know I've brought up, and this is another one of those where we're not like, it's not that we disagree. It's just that we see things differently. I've said that I think that McClay has missed on a few things, and you feel like it's more the organization places so many limits upon him that he does the best within them, but of course he's going to fall short because they're asking for shitty players. Like, basically, the things that they're looking for are not necessarily it. So I personally think that it still falls on certain aspects. Like, I do think McClay has fallen short, but the one point I will concede, because the Cowboys rely so heavily on our front office to draft guys specifically, that means that every time we miss on a drafted player, it's like we missed on a drafted player and we missed on a free agent pickup and we missed on an undrafted signing. There's layers to it because of the lack of the rest of those other moves. We put more pressure and more weight on Will McClay to make it happen.
Always have to hit right
and always hit.
And he's not going to always hit. And I've made that point. And
anyway,
that's
all.
Will McClay, in case you're wondering, the return by...
It does feel like we've fallen a little short, though. The last 2 years, both of our first-round picks are...
Well, so here's the thing, though.
I guess Tyler Smith, I can't.
Here's the thing, though, and I'm going to say this, is that, for example, I'll give you 2 examples. I don't have his picture, but Mozzie Smith, 58, that is more on Will McClay. Will McClay pushed for that over the offensive lineman they were looking at, which... Was Bergeron, I think was his name, who's having a great season. And I really like Bergeron. And I was saying I was high on him. But that was the options for them, and that's what Will McClay pushed for.
So the first time we make a big D-line move high in the draft for us.
Dak throws it at Tolbert for a 2-yard gain. So that's an example of Will McClay kind of going out on a limb. What he had said, if I recall, Will McClay, he had said that right now we have a guy who can stop the run, and in the future it will be a pass rusher. We get like a 2-for-1. Kind of sold the Joneses on that. So that's on him. But then you got Luke Schoonmaker, who is a McCarthy pick, and he's even a bigger bust in many ways. This guy, I mean, he blocks, but we got guys that we got undrafted that are blockers. And we don't even. He's got 3 catches in 2 years. I mean,
we still
that's a second round pick wasted.
I know, but within our draft room, we still had him ranked. Like, I mean, we know from some of the things we heard after. He was ranked pretty high up on our draft board.
The reasoning is different than what we're using him. So it wasn't necessarily. It was a front office thing, but it was a McCarthy pick, and McCarthy's not even using him more than just a blocker now. He's not even in the game in this play, which, of course, 3rd and 6, and you're down by 40. Who gives a fuck? A drop by CeeDee Lamb, even though it was a little behind him. Still dropped it. So now we're going to go for this, 4th and 6. This is. I mean, to me, this team doesn't seem like they're trying.
God, just put Cooper Rush in there and take us all out of our misery.
Look, the good thing here's the field goal coming. Oof, Dak got just crushed.
Baby, Dak has taken so many hits here. Yeah. I would not be surprised if he doesn't end up on the injury report.
I agree with you. His finger.
Yeah, like he's like not even that, just like some kind of serious enough contusion that means that he has to get treatment, and so he ends up on the injury report or something like
4th
that.
4th and 6, you got to get the first down. You can't kick it this far. That's like an 85-yard kick. But 4th and 6, Dak's trying to get the 6 yards here. Gets it down the field, overthrows an interception. I mean, not even close to the receiver. And he's going to probably go all the way. He's gone. Touchdown. Nope, down to the 3. Now they're going to get the offensive lineman out there. So, again, an embarrassment turns even more into a bigger embarrassment. Dak overthrows on a 4th and 6. I mean, he had time enough. I know he got pressured because he held the ball for 5 seconds. He's in the sun, no curtains. Thank you, Jerry Jones. I mean, I can barely see the play.
Yeah, and that's
No
with
blocking.
That's from a camera.
Oh my god! And that was Zach Martin missing his block.
Zach Martin. Everybody just
maybe Alan Mitchell is that good, which is a guy that was high on too. We could have got him in the second round.
He actually is really good.
Yeah.
But Zach Martin is also
is one of the greatest.
Also having that rough of a game. Yeah. It's that combination of both.
Well, when Zach Martin's having a bad game, you're not going to win if you're the Cowboys. This is not even ready. The Cowboys, they're going to throw it to offensive linemen. Do not fall asleep on that. They want to so badly.
Here comes the
touchdown.
Sun. Do.
That was Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's a touchdown.
Yep. He tiptoed those feet. Dak's looking at like what's going on in this world. This is called an embarrassment, Dak Prescott. Get some pride for yourself, because it don't seem like anyone in his team does.
Maybe don't rebuild that house.
Yeah. Catches it. Boom, boom. 2 feet, 3 feet. He tapped that 3 times. Amon-Ra St. Brown talking shit to Jordan Lewis.
There's a flag for taunting.
Probably taunting. 46-9.
And you know what?
He should.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah. Cooper Rush, by the way, is warming up and going in.
Yeah, Dak's done. They're benching him. Not benching him. So obviously, nothing matters. This is the worst game Dak's ever played, and we've been saying that like 3 times this year. It feels like he got his $60 million though. Market rate, market value. They're kicking a longer extra point, maybe a 45-yarder.
I know, sorry. I probably should be saying something, but I'm generally just I shouldn't be as like surprised or in shock or whatever, but it's still a little bit like, wow,
47-yarder. He makes it 47-9. Okay, there we go. Look, they're always showing the Cowboy fans like being so down. Man.
That's one hell of a highlight there. Yeah. Slow-mo reel.
Yeah, thanks, Jerry Jones. Great job.
Let me hit up the chat. Scorpio said Dak isn't the only quarterback getting pressured in the face. Other quarterbacks get that same pressure, but they still can make great throws.
Yep. I mean, Dak's had a horrible game.
Sydney Ubik said touchdown Lions is a systematic destruction. Chris Bloomer said Cooper Rush time. Sit down, Dak. Vanilla Dice Bebe said Dak's having the worst start of his career at 31. For fuck's sake.
Huh. I agree. It's one of the worst starts.
Wiseman27 said Dak should throw McCarthy under the bus, or he's going to end up taking all the blame.
Well,
Tia China said, what's so surprising? We faced a post-wildcard team, but we have the highest paid player ever, though.
That's Jerry Jones likes that. Jerry Jones loves that, actually.
Chris Plumage said, would you say Dak's the worst QB in our division at this point? I still think Daniel Jones is worse.
Daniel Jones is a lot worse.
Azteca Aguilera 4 said, the play calling was the worst I've seen on offense. McCarthy and his play calling just ain't it. It's time to move on.
Yeah. I think Dak's better than Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. But right now, the Jalen Daniels might be the fucking best one.
The problem is that even the Eagles didn't do as shitty as we did here. I mean,
Jalen Hurts is a system kind of guy. I mean, Dak's working with the worst system possible. Still, Dak's throwing some horrible. Like I haven't seen Dak throw like, and I don't know what's the connection with Dak with CeeDee Lamb or whatever it is, but they're off and they look awful. And Dak looks awful.
Scorpio
said
it's
awful.
So easy, just double team Lamb. That's it.
I mean, basically take him out of his game. Dak. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go back to the drop catch by Tolbert.
Talk to Sully saying there's still an entire quarter to play. I mean, that sounds more like a threat.
Yeah,
like that generally sounds
Sully,
like.
What are you trying to say? There's a chance. Yeah. There's no chance. Brother.
No. Oh, trust me, that's not what he's saying. He's just saying like we still have a whole quarter left.
It's embarrassing. Yeah,
I'm just saying like the way that was phrased, it almost sounds like a threat. Like there's still a whole last quarter of this torture that you have to go through.
Yeah, we beat the Steelers last week because the Steelers are just like they're all right. So we had we got lucky in the end. We got enough breaks in that game that we stayed in the game and won. we could win a game like that against an average team, but against a good team like the Lions, this.
I mean, credit where credit's due. At least we
Look
didn't.
at Jerry Jones.
At least this isn't one of those games where
Jerry Jones looks in
we
shock.
beat ourselves. We did not beat ourselves here. The Lions absolutely beat us.
167 points allowed in our last 4 home games. That's the most in the NFL since the 1972 Houston motherfucking Oilers.
Ouch.
We allowed 167 points in 4 home games.
Scorpio said, I just want to see Aubrey kick a 70-yard field goal. That's it. That's the
what we're
only
here
reason
for.
I'm watching.
Listen, I want Cooper Rush to get us a first down or 2 and get to that star. Here we see a run back by Turpin, almost a fake there, gets down the field. Listen, a first down, we got not even a first down. Let's get 8 yards.
Yeah.
And kick the field goal. What do you say?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Please.
That's what we're playing for.
Please.
That excites us. Right? I can see you got some life in you for that.
That's the only reason that I haven't said
incredible.
I love you guys, we're ending the stream and we're done now.
Is because of Aubrey?
Is because of that. Otherwise, even I have to admit, I don't think we've ever ended a stream early.
I almost hit the end button earlier.
I genuinely was going to tell you I love you guys. We're done. Not because this is stupid.
Here's Cooper. We're running the ball already. We can't get the record. Damn it. Well, anyway.
Hey, you never know. We could lose yards.
Yeah, we'll probably get sacked to get a penalty. Penalty would put us right there.
Actually, was that a flag?
No, I think it was a football. It was just a light.
Okay.
So Rico
I
Dowdle,
saw something flash.
Rico Dowdle ran for 13 yards. So we need like a 5-yard penalty here. Look at what we're saying here, baby.
A tackle for loss is the same thing. So
I know.
No penalty needed.
Cooper Rush definitely gets sacked if he's going to get pressure. We throw the ball.
No, just
another run. And he gets too many yards there. Oof. See, to me, these yards are the these are the
garbage.
These are garbage yards. Rico Dowdle getting garbage yards on the ground. We had 28 rushing yards. Maybe now 34 rushing yards. Yeah, 34 rushing yards right now, and half of them were on this drive. Half of them we got right now in 2 plays. Those are garbage rushing yards. Let's see what here. Cooper Rush throwing the ball. Rico Dowdle again getting the ball. Wow, look at that. Using Rico Dowdle as a weapon. Imagine that in your offense. Where was he the whole game? The entire game. The Cowboys didn't even play him. I know he was injured, but when they put him, when we could have used him, still having a outside chance to make a run, no running, no throwing to Rico Dowdle. Detroit Lions 40+ points in consecutive games, back-to-back games. That's the first time since when? I missed it. I missed it. It's 19-something.
Sorry, I was reading the chat and some of the excellent points you guys are all bringing up. I mean,
Zeke running, gets tackled, first contact, gets a yard. We need somebody to pull up. We need a holding call. Where's our good old-fashioned holding calls by our offensive line? Now they want to hold. Now we're down by fucking 37 points, 38 points. They don't want to hold. Now they don't want to get a holding call. Now they want to play clean football. Son of a fucking bitches. We're on the Lions' 36-yard line. Shotgun for Cooper Rush. We have Zeke back there to help block. We got trips right. Here we go. Cooper Rush looking right, throwing right, getting caught by
you know
Jalen
what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, we're going to score a touchdown.
No, not just
and
that.
everyone's
The
going to say
narrative's gonna
start Cooper Rush. These are garbage yards. See, this is prevent defense. Like if Dak was in here now, we'd be doing the same thing.
I know.
We'd probably have a touchdown by now. But
yeah, I can't. No offense, Matty G. Have to disagree there.
What?
Even with all the injuries and everything else, you don't get your ass kicked 47-9 and then say don't trip about it. That's the time to be tripping.
We have both teams. Well, the season's over. I mean, this is the way the Cowboys are going to play against good teams. There's no chance. But right now we have both teams have backups. Inside we have Brock Hoffman. No BB. Nice play by Dowdle with the catch there.
Yeah.
But Brock Hoffman's in at center, just in case you guys are wondering. No BB, no Cooper BB. Interesting that he's been having some bad games recently.
I mean,
Cooper BB, the rookie, the center. In case you guys
just
didn't
have
know
too much going on at the O-line. Too much change. Too many different. Again, like I said, moving on from Tyron Smith should not have happened at the same time as we tried to redo our center position.
By the way, Tyler Smith is out. We got BB is in there. I'm sorry, is BB in there? No, we got TJ Bass in there at center.
Isn't that a 6? 56?
It's 56. It's still a center. I'm sorry. So TJ Bass is in for Zach Martin. The backups are in. There's Jalen Brooks. I think they have their backups
First and goal
too.
on the 5 now.
Let me see. Do they have their backups? Yeah, they have their backups in too. This has become a preseason game. That's why these yards. That's why people who think that this now Cooper Rush is going to dominate. You guys are a little bit. First of all, just so you guys.
Backups all the way around.
And Turpin, the CeeDee Lamb's out the game. They just put Turpin in. But the thing is that there's no way Cooper Rush will ever start over Dak Prescott. Even if Cooper Rush was better than him, which he's far from Dak. Dak Prescott's a lot better than Cooper Rush. But Dak's getting $60 million. That's what's going to happen. $60 million is going to beat $3 million. And Jerry Jones
to Brooks,
he overthrew him out of bounds. But he's the backup. And look, the thing is this: Dak probably wouldn't have thrown a pick there. He would have.
I know you just said the whole NFC North just might be going to the playoffs.
Yeah, Awesome Richards is in there.
Is it technically possible now with the new NFL rules for an entire division to make the playoffs? Then
3 of them can make it. 3 teams can make it. 3
so
teams
not
are
all
wild card.
So you can't have all 4 teams from a division make it.
Well, division winner, and then the 3 wild card spots can be the division.
Okay.
But they play each other, so it's very hard. Everybody else has to suck really bad.
Okay.
Here's a low pass, incomplete, to Brooks.
We deserve to be embarrassed. I agree.
3rd and goal. Now we're going to kick the field goal. Next 4 games for the Cowboys. We get a bye. Then we get, we go at the Niners, at the Falcons, home against the Eagles, home against the Texans. That's 4 hard fucking games, guys. So expect this to be really bad the next month. It'll take a lot for us to win a game. We're going to be here. We'll be here talking our shit the whole time. There's Ferguson for 1 yard. 3rd and goal, we get 1 yard. Why can this happen?
Kick the field goal?
Why can this happen back in midfield?
Are we going to kick the field goal?
I don't know. This is just embarrassing. All this money spent on the offense. All these guys, even the draft picks spent on the team.
We're going for it. Okay.
All this money spent on the team, all the draft picks spent on the team, and this is what we have to show for it. Against a good team at home, 47-9. Going for it with Cooper Rush. Timeout Cooper Rush. With 8:07 to go in the game. How many people are in the house? Anybody chilling?
Yeah, 66 people here. Chilling, hanging with us. Huge shout out to everybody here. Take a second to hit like if you like hanging with us at least.
Yeah,
if you like hanging with us at least. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. Usually the easiest, best, simplest way to make sure you never miss one of these live streams. We are going to still be live streaming every single one of the Dallas Cowboy games and showing our reaction to those games right here at My Cowboys Family. Of course, we keep you guys updated on everything the Cowboys are up to throughout the week with our live streams, shorts, other things like that. So make sure to follow us on all social media as well at My Cowboys Family. Hop in the Discord. Link for that's in the description. And let me shout out the people representing here on the board.
We will. In a minute. It's 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal now.
Cooper Rush throwing the ball here. Into the corner. Intercepted.
Okay, so like I said,
pick.
let me shout out the people here. Huge shout out. Sponsor of the week. Thank you very much, Mr. John Luna. Not just the sponsor of the week, but the membership gifting champion as well.
Much love to him.
And if you look up above, JetLee44 representing with 66 points on that stream, boss.
Don't forget the king.
Cab52. The Cash App King.
Let me get to
of course
him here.
I can't forget him. Much love to Mr. Cab. Repping it there.
Let me do it here. Hold on. Let me see. Right there. Bang.
There
Round my head. They get the crown. Much love to Cat52. Repping it there. Now, this week, we have Skeptical Fan.
Oh, he's
looks like,
skeptical.
right now, let me just double check it, but it looks like he's going to be the winner in the Cash App. If I'm not mistaken, right now, he is up. I think about like 18 plus right now. About 18 in the Cash App. That's the winning number right now over a couple other people. As they got their third, man, we just look how bad we are. That was Damone Clark, a starter, who completely bit and did not see where the ball was. Damone Clark does not know what he's doing out there. That's a start of this game. Skeptical Fan is currently, it looks like he's, again, I'm going to leave it like this because we're almost going to end this thing. As soon as this is over, we have final words, your final words. We're saying bye. We can't deal with this shit.
These are the final words.
We got to deal with, real life shit. Like, take, family time, kids, all that stuff. So here's the thing. I want to make sure I shout out the man Skeptical Fan. If nothing changes, he's the winner.
No.
He will
Shout out
take
to you, Skeptical.
he will take the crown from Cab 52. So we'll see how that goes in the final 10 minutes of the stream.
And John Luna still
Yeah, I was going to say, John Luna is
going
currently...
to back-to-back it?
He's right now, if it stays this way, John Luna is the back-to-back champion, sponsor of the week, and gifting champion 2 weeks in a row on both boards. He
Chill Pill gifted...
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you, baby. Chill Pill is, I think, still second place on the overall board.
Yeah, but when it comes to
John
the gifted
John Luna
membership-
is right now the top guy on the sponsor of the week. So if he pulls it out, nothing changes there. He will win the sponsor of the week back to back, which gives them an extra bonus raffle entry for the month of October when we do that raffle for one of these jerseys or any jersey. He's a Houston fan. He likes the Astros and the Texans. So we will see. We will definitely get him his winning jersey here ASAP. And then
flag.
Yeah, probably a horse collar.
I think late hit maybe.
Yeah, face mask or horse collar or something. So anyways,
Face mask, yeah.
So the thing is, the big shout outs to John Luna, sponsor of the week. And then yes, Chill Pill has been number one every month for the last 3 months on MCF After Dark. Big shout outs to Chill Pill. Thank you.
Hey,
She's
like
the
a
one.
villain.
She dropped 10 gifted memberships the beginning of this stream. Truly appreciate you. Thank you. Big shout out to Chill Pill. With that drop, with those drops right there, puts her in second place, just a hair in front of Calvin Richard, and she is first place on the gifting board. So if things hold as is, those are our winners entering a new week starting tomorrow. So we'll be live Tuesday and Friday. We're trying to keep it those days, but I can tell you right now, the breakdown of this game, it's already done.
Hey, you like stats, right, baby?
Hit me with some stats.
Okay, so fun stat.
Oh, I can't wait.
And
Hit me
they
with
can
the fun
still change.
stat.
This is shaping up to be the largest margin of defeat of the Jerry Jones era. Previously, it was 36-3 when we lost to the Eagles
On
back
his
in
birthday.
2001.
Wow.
And the largest margin of defeat in the entire team history was 44 points when we lost 44-0 to Chicago.
Yep.
But that was in 1985.
85 guys. That was when the Bears won they did the Super Bowl shuffle, won the Super Bowl. I remember that year, and I know some of you guys be like, what are you talking about? Look, that game, we were so bad that year. I never forget that season. We were a bad team, and the Bears killed us at home, 44-0. This is going to be about worse than that, right? Or it's going to be close.
It depends. If they score again,
yeah,
then
it will break
obviously
records.
it could be
All-time
record-breaking
records.
depending on if they score a touchdown. If they score a touchdown, I think does it break the record? Let me see.
We haven't given up 50 points in a game since that back-and-forth thriller in 2013 where remember Romo, what he did? And he threw that pick at the end of the game and cost us the game against Peyton Manning.
But yes, just to make that clear, if they do score a touchdown, it does officially break the record because it's 45-point loss at that point.
So we don't want that to happen.
Unless, of course, we score a field goal, and then that changes the math again.
Right.
Still rooting for that 70-yarder.
I'm not rooting for the record. I'm rooting for the 70-yarder. Cowboys, can they get a stop? They kind of do. They're going for a field goal here, and they're going to hit 50 points.
Well, they fall just short of breaking that other record for us. So LT said that he was so pissed off with his team today, he went to sleep after his game and wakes up to this and
He's
basically
happy
has
again.
to. Yeah, no, that is the actual score. Your eyes are not deceiving you. It's not like a joke.
CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, and Trayvon Diggs all talking shit.
I guess it
under
is
there.
Christmas morning for you, LT.
They're going for it.
They really are just like they want to murder us. Like they don't want to leave.
Cowboys are confused.
Even
in
a
coverage.
twitching corpse.
Anthony Booth is out there still. There is a sack. Carl Lawson? No, 52. Who is that? That's practice squad
Henry?
guy. Oh shit, that's right, Henry. We just picked
KJ
him up.
Henry, right?
KJ Henry from the. Look who's a receiver.
I mean,
They're trolling us. Using Dan
at this
Skipper.
point, put the entire offensive line out there as receivers.
4:23 to go in the game. It can't come soon enough.
Oh yeah, that's right. Scorpio. I have to be honest. We were getting beat so bad I forgot. But yeah, that horrible injury to Hutchinson. Yeah,
Shattered his leg. Horrible situation there. Horrible. I mean, he's the NFL sack leader. Yeah. He had like 2 sacks in this game. So he was already the sack leader. He just added to that, and now he's out for the year. Obviously, out for the year.
And yeah, LT, I do think part of it is because of it is personal because of last season.
Look what the Cowboys are doing. So we're going to run the ball here, just trying to run the ball out. But you can see that the Cowboys are setting up for that field goal. Watch. Zeke ain't going to get the fucking 20-yard gain here like Rico will. So we run it. Even from here, you kick the field goal. If you get, no more yardage, you kick the field goal from here. I hope we just run it twice. And Timmy, just get to the 50, get to our own 49, take a knee, and kick the field goal. At least give the crowd that. They came to this game. I mean, there's not even Cowboy fans left. There's a couple. Give those couple Cowboy fans some love there. They're going to shotgun here. Turpin in motion. Yep. Backups are in. We're throwing. It's a quick throw. So we can't get the record now unless there's a flag. So was that a first? Yeah. First and 10. So Cowboys are going to try to drive, obviously. They're not going to play for the field goal, which is what I would do.
I mean, they're not going to play to the field goal.
No, I know.
But
I would at this point. I know I know as a team you have to try. At this point, though, I mean, again, as a fan, you want to see the miracle happen, the record breaking.
DeLuncia said, "Jerry World, the best money can buy, except for curtains."
Yeah, can't put those curtains up. We got them, but just won't use them.
I'm telling you, I'm about to be curtains for Halloween. I'm not joking. I
know. Look, right now, if there's a 5-yard penalty, we kick a 51. We kick the record 68-yard field goal. There's a 5-yard penalty. Just letting you know. Has to be 4th and 13.
Texas Cat said we're basically a bad UFL team.
Yeah, a lot of undrafted guys in this team right now that are starting. There's Brevin Spanford and John Stevens and there's a UFL guy here and Turpin. Almost the first down, right? What is it, 3rd and 1? We're not going to get our record-breaking thing today. 3 minutes to go. Cowboys lining up.
We just have to keep suffering until this game clock hits 0.
Yeah, first down with the Cooper Rush fall forward. Backups versus backups here, in case you're wondering.
Just please no one stop this clock for any reason.
Yeah. BB is in the game.
Outside of the Hutchinson injury, no major injuries for either team, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they had Pico. Some Pico guy got hurt.
Yeah, but look at he was walking to the tent.
He was able to walk off under his own power and stuff, but the Hutchinson injury was the major injury. We do have a lot of players that are hurt and out, but nothing that justifies the current score that you're seeing here.
This is beyond embarrassment.
Jerry is saving Zeke. Saving him for what?
Saving him for
what? Like,
marriage.
I guess now that Diddy's locked up, Jerry feels like he needs to step in and fill a hole or something.
Fill a hole.
Azteca said, I know we're not going to win every game. I get that, but damn, do our coaches not know what adjustments are?
I see none on offense or defense.
They know what losing is.
Jared Goff, 315 yards, 18 for 25 and 3 touchdowns. Dak, 17 for 33, 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Lions, 482 total yards, and they haven't punted once. Defense hasn't done shit. Injured.
We have to be one of the worst teams in the NFL.
We are. We're 3-2. We're going to be 3-3. We're one of the best 3-3 teams in the NFL. One of the best average teams. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. One of the worst average teams in the NFL. We should be, 1-5. In reality, the only team we actually handled and controlled. The Cleveland Browns.
So the last time the Lions laid the smackdown on the road to another team like this, it was 1952.
They spoke about this. That was when rules were different. Sometimes they were allowed to win championships on 80-yard fields in the 30s and 40s and 50s. But 52, the last time the Lions did this, they said this in the locker room. They said, let's do whatever we can to make this the worst beating the Cowboys have ever gotten, or that we've given anybody in our history. And they've done that. Is that an illegal shift? I don't think so. Turpin fumbled. Turpin caught the ball and then fumbled the ball. Wow. Ain't that something?
That seems like a good way to... That's actually the perfect way to end this game. Actually. Thank you, Turpin. That was what was missing from this game. Thank you so much, Lariano Ali, with the $2 holler. Appreciate you. Much love. Saying, great show.
It was
That
torture.
is appreciated. Really, it is. It
Yeah.
is not anyone here in the chat's fault or our fault that this is the performance that we all tuned in to see. So
Horrible. Just horrible.
and it truly does make it a little easier to get through this, knowing that all of you guys here in the chat feel the same way. But yeah, that this is absolutely the perfect way to end this game. I cannot think of a more fitting end than fumbling the ball. There.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's our backup receivers. It's Turpin.
Just whatever you do not. That's it. Let's just get to a 2-minute warning. Run the ball in bounds. Just get up slow.
There's Andrew Booth. Who cares? At this point.
Okay, they're 2-minute warning here.
Damn, it's bad.
Yeah, we are worse this year than last year, Prince.
Oh, a lot worse.
At home. I mean, even
at home, everywhere.
At this point,
we're just a bad team.
I have to imagine we're going to take some of this show on the road, right?
Listen, here's the thing: when we play next time we play, it's going to be the bye week next week. We'll try to have Seabass on. I hope we can have him on here. We'll love to have Chill Pill on if she wants to jump on here from the Over Everything crew. We're going to have a 2-week break before we get, that we're going to have a full week this upcoming week. And then another full week as we prepare for the Niners, who are going to be a lot healthier, in 2 weeks. And they have a lot of banged up players. When you look at our schedule, and I'm trying to get it popped up on the screen. There it is here in a second. There it is. I mean, we get the rest here in the bye week. We got just clobbered by the Lions.
Yeah. And
you see here, the Niners, we'll see how this looks with against them. But honestly, guys, I mean, there's not very many teams here. We're on the road the next 2 weeks. After
at least
the bye.
That means there's a chance of winning.
That's true, but I mean, the Niners. You said about harder road teams. And we beat the Browns. That's the only game we handled.
And by the way, in case people want to talk shit, the Falcons have only taken losses to actual, good play.
Yeah.
Like they've lost in close situations to very good teams. They weren't getting their ass kicked by shitty teams or getting their ass kicked by good teams.
They did come back against the Eagles, which is not a great team either. But they came back in the last second and won a miracle game
before
for them.
people try to maybe dismiss the Falcons as
right. But I would say they're like the Steelers. They're a good team. They could be a little bit above average, or they could be a little bit below average. I mean, we're below average.
I agree.
So that's going to be a close game on the road. They got Kirk Cousins. Again, depends on who's playing. If Micah's back, we can get pressure, that kind of stuff. But then you got the Eagles in Dallas, which obviously for the division is huge. When you have the Texans, a Monday Night Football, the battle for the state of Texas, and they're a damn good team. C.J. Stroud and all them. Do we have our starting guys? Do we have all our guys back for them at home? The things have to change at that point at home. But on the road, we got two hard. I'd say the Niners, a very hard game, and then the Falcons are going to be a tough battle. And then 2 home games that are tough in a row. And then we get, what is that? We're going to have some back-to-back games here with on the road against Washington and Dan Quinn.
Do you know the best part
Thanksgiving
about all
against
of this?
the Giants. And then, and then a quick turnaround there, a little break against the, and then we get the Bengals. I'm just saying, there's tough, Bengals should be a team we could win. On the road, we should be able to beat Carolina. Tampa Bay looks good. On the road against Philly and then home against Washington. There's a lot of tough games.
Do you know
and we're not that good.
Do you know the best part? The real oh, that's right. Because of the whole injury situation, that's the first thing that's gonna come out of Jerry's mouth, right? That's gonna be
we lost because of injuries.
We're just very banged up right now, but we're gonna come back healthy and we're gonna be good to go. We're gonna come back, and I'm just saying, don't be surprised. He's gonna run out the stadium here. Yeah. He's running like a little bitch here. You're not gonna see him, you're not gonna hear from him. But when he goes back on his little 105 Through the Fan interview and does his little media tour and tries to soothe the fifis of all the people that are rightfully calling bullshit, just don't be surprised. That's it.
I hear you. I understand and I agree. Jerry Jones will spin this, and the fans that don't realize it will say, "We're back in this. After the bye, we're back in this." Guys,
Dylan said, "I don't remember so many beatdowns when I watched us go 1-15 and 3 straight 5-11."
I remember that. I know. I've never seen so many ass whippings. We getting our ass handed to us. I
I've
agree.
Seen, yeah,
1 in 15. The games we lost where they were like 21-10. You know,
we've lost plenty of games the good old fashioned way, right? You lose by a touchdown or two. You take a licking or two.
You lose by 10. Lose by 13. Like
sometimes you have one of those, real blowout games where you face
right.
one of those tough teams, and they put 20
like
something.
The Bears, 44 to
20 something on you.
They whip us.
But this is like I said, like our corpse is not even twitching on the ground anymore.
When you look at the other games, I mean, the Saints 40 something points, the Ravens 28-3, pretty much the whole game. The fucking Lions 47-9 currently. I'm just saying these are 3 home games. Embarrassing. Horrifying. Disgusting.
I feel embarrassed
Disaster.
having said that the worst I thought the season could go was 10 wins. Like, I feel genuinely embarrassed having those words leave my mouth based on the way this team is playing.
I said at best I thought it'd be 11. I said 10 would be...
10 sounds like those ceilings. 10 sounds like the
said,
roof of the cathedral.
I said, yeah, they're taking the knee here. They got it first. This
Thank
is the
God.
end. Yes, it's over finally.
Yeah, I don't want to watch
Anymore.
a single second of this longer than we need to. Obviously, guys, we'll keep you guys updated and give you all of the very necessary injury updates for our team. And of course, Hutchinson just in a general NFL sense.
He's out for the year.
Sure.
Hutchinson's out for the year.
Yeah, well, we'll just let you guys know if it's going to be some kind of a career-ending injury or just year-ending injury. Yeah. So, with that said, though, always huge shout out to every single one of you guys here chilling, hanging in the chat with us.
I'm gonna shout out the people that dropped the love one last time here for tonight. Skeptical fan with the gifted membership, but Chill Pill gifted 10 and is taken over up on top from John Luna. Chill Pill is now the gifting championship queen here, and then shout outs to Calvin Richard with the drops, making a run right behind Chill Pill on the overall board. We had King Knight 19, Loriano Ali, but then also a couple drops in here, a little trickle in here from John Luna, but he already had it. Sponsor of the week is back-to-back sponsor of the week. Big shout out to John Luna. Appreciate you, brother. And again, big winner of our raffle as well. Happened to come out that way. Also, I want to shout out the king of the Cash App, the one and only Cab52, who's passing the crown over, it looks like. It's a skeptical fan, always staying skeptical. Much love to you, skeptical fan, deservedly so. Wearing the crown on our bye week here. We'll see how this thing goes. So Cat52 gives it over to Skeptical Fan, and as you can see here, Jet Li 44 hanging on still. He started off with the green earlier yesterday, or the last time we went live. He was on Friday. Took it over from Harley Dad, but Jet Li 44 holds on to that with 64 points in that yellow in the stream boss. So shout out to Jet Li 44, navy blue, silver, and star over everything. No matter what. Remember that.
Always.
That's star over everything. That's number 1 here. And again, the quest for 6 and beyond, but this year ain't no 6 coming. Or 7. Trayvon Diggs, what happened?
Yeah, I think we're still questing.
Yeah. So, I mean, just some quick comments and shout-outs here as we wrap it up.
So, Dilutic said, Cowboys till I die, but Big Mike sending me to an early grave. Yeah, they really want to test that, till death loyalty aspect here of our fandom, which, please, I don't know, give us another ring or two before you kick me off of here.
I tell you, if you keep playing games like this, third quarter you might see the Cowboys.
Maybe just kick me off of here.
Yeah.
I think I got 4 much love. Said 3-3 could be much worse. On to the next one. The bye week will help get our players some much needed recovery. Yeah, and
it's gonna help. We won't get beat this bad.
Oh, I was gonna say it's gonna take a tremendous amount of copium, I think, to be able to move past this. Especially considering that when we come back from our bye, we are facing our arch nemesis, the Niners, and outside of, the NFC East rivalries that we have going on. So, I have to be honest, not looking forward to that. Not at this moment. William Bernie said, might as well say 3-4. We're not beating the Niners. Dilutic said, last year our offense took off after bye week meetings, so let's hope this year they do the same. I agree. Tia China said, the players fans pay for on the field. Bless 1000 just said yes. Oh, man. Just rolling back here, Rich Mix said, at least it wasn't a 50 burger.
If we're saying that, that's pretty bad. At least.
Queen and King said, I am sad. Too weak, too slow. What's up? Pat Pfeiffer said, hey, we're still winners because we got y'all. Awesome chat.
Hey, thank you,
Pat Pfeiffer.
Pat, appreciate you.
Kenzie Baird said, one thing you got to say, Dan Campbell's one hell of a coach.
He is.
And
you mentioned we hired him instead of McCarthy.
I respect the level of petty that he continuously kept trying to get that offensive lineman something there, because that is the level of petty that I aspire to.
Well, that's what Dan Campbell was one of the finalists for our coaching spots. You know what I'm saying? For when we hired McCarthy instead.
Yeah,
I was thinking after they shook hands, I was thinking as he's walking off that field, he's like, take that, fucking Jerry Jones.
I mean, McCarthy obviously gives better blowjobs, that's all. Anyway, Wiseman27 said, yeah, we're worse than the Titans, and their games have been close, and we got blown out. The Lunatic, much love. LT, yeah, I one week at a time here.
They're in front of us now. They're 3-2. We're 3-3 because they had their bye.
Scorpio, much love to you. Paul's Deep Adventure said, when it rains, it pours. Philly said, is it time for y'all to talk draft? Nope.
I mean, not going to talk draft, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, the season's kind of over. I agree.
Prince New York said Cowboys are worse at home this year than last year. It's crazy. LT, much love.
And we're going to be bad on the street, on the road as well. Watch. We will be bad when we play better teams like the Niners, the Falcons, and others. We're going to be worse. Watch when we play. I hope we can play the Commanders better, but there's no, the Eagles. Those are 4 games on the road. We ain't winning.
Yeah,
probably.
LT said, good luck with the media, y'all. Take care. Thank you. LT, I think we might actually need it this time. Delutic, I don't know if McCarthy will give up play calling.
I don't know.
I
don't think so. I think he's going to the grave with this.
Yeah, he's got to fully commit and go down with the ship.
Yeah.
Plus,
best chances to in this bye week is to adjust and adapt and make this team better with the injury situation getting better, because this team right now is the farthest thing from a playoff team.
Yeah, BB13, Jason White, thanks for joining us here. Martin Acosta, I know, horrible. Talk to Sully, much love. Chris Plumage, Sydney Eubanks, Hustle Daily 420. Let me see who else is here. Nate, of course, Pat Pfeiffer. Eat.
I'll see a lot of you guys on the After Dark tonight. Late tonight.
Yeah, that's more or less as far back as I can go. I'm assuming
late.
Here.
I'm talking about late, like it could be, I guess, 1 or 2, but it could be closer to 3 or 4 a.m. So stay tuned. I have some busy stuff to do from 12 to about 2. And then after that, maybe I can figure things out. We'll see how things go.
So, and that's like, I don't disagree. It's not like, it's not that we care necessarily about the media. It's just more knowing that for this week and probably beyond that, obviously, we're going to have to hear about just how bad we sucked. And there's no, we can't, we're not Jerry. There's no, super yacht. We can just go hide from the reality that we're living in.
The problem is that Jerry Jones is going to say his delusions, and that's going to be the fact in the fan base's mind. I hope they're not fool us anymore, but the point is that they're going to be tricked by Jerry Jones in the bullshit he's going to serve. He's going to serve a lot of bullshit on 105.3 The Fan and all his little fucking quickie interviews as he tries to soothe over the embarrassment that we see on the field once again 3 weeks in a row at home. By
the way, I think the perfect stat to end the night on. Dak was pressured over 50% of plays.
You can't really be a good quarterback. You could be, if he was 30%, yeah, a lot of quarterbacks can do that. But it's 50%, not many can really overcome that.
Yeah.
And it's not just that, though. It's still, he had problems that had nothing to do with pressure. He threw some bad plays. Yeah. But 49-9, it's not just one person. It's not just Dak or not Dak or the offensive line or not the offensive line. It's Dak playing poorly when he didn't have the offensive line issues. And then when he had the offensive line issues, Dak couldn't help it. So it's on the offensive line. It's always a group effort here on offense. And what about the defense? They allowed 47 points. I mean, I guess that wasn't a pick six.
We'll continue to break things down.
It will be a quick breakdown on Tuesday. I can tell you that right now. And it'll be, we'll figure out some things to do here for this upcoming week.
Yes.
When it comes to Seabass, who we owe one more show appearance here, and I think that we may be able to do so. I want to know what he feels like after this game. And what he feels like about this game going forward. I think we're all feeling very differently after this game. Yeah. So Seabass, if you're around, maybe you can make it sometime this week. Maybe we'll have a stream Friday or Saturday of this week, since we don't have a game on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or anything like that. So we will be playing the Niners next time in a couple of weeks from now, a couple of Sundays from now. So, we'll have some. We'll break it down. We'll talk about the Cowboys, but we're gonna have It's gonna be just voice your opinions, and tell us where you think we'll go from here. Because I believe we've only won 3 road games, not because we're great on the road, because we played worse teams on the road. At home, we played a lot better teams, and we got our asses kicked. So when we play good teams on the road, we're going to get our asses kicked. That's what I expect for this game, for this season, for the Cowboys going forward. And yes, we will get our asses kicked not as badly at home or on the road when we get Micah back and DeMarcus Lawrence back and, Brandon Cooks back and all our guys back. When we get Deron Bland back, well, we will be a much better team. We won't lose 47-9. We'll lose 27 to 10. You know what I mean? It's still going to be a fucking ugly game. 27-17.
Yeah.
We'll still lose. And that's unfortunate.
We will,
yes,
like I said, we'll discuss this all in much more detail. But thank you so much to everybody here chilling with us, hanging with us. Thank you to everybody representing on the boards as we pass some torches or, continue to hold on to some torches for some people, right?
Thank you guys. John Luna passing it to himself for the sponsor of the week. Jet Li, of course, 62 points. Cav 52 as the Cash App King, passing at the Skeptical Fan. And, of course, Chill Pill taking over for John Luna as the gifting membership queen. Champion, yes.
So thank you to everybody here.
And baby, let them know, even in these freaking worst of times,
even now,
when this tests your fandom, when this is the true fans stay true, we will be always a star over everything. Cowboy fans, first and foremost, baby. Why do we do this here, My Cowboys Family, and suffer through this torture?
It's that navy blue.
It is.
That silver too.
It is.
And that star over everything.
Always, guys. Win, lose, or draw. This is ugly. Good, bad, or ugly, win, lose, or draw. And today it was ugly. It was bad. It was a horrible loss. No matter what, here on this channel, it's the star over everything. Here on My Cowboys Family for 7 years plus, 8 years, 8 seasons, 8 football seasons doing this shit. Never forget the number one thing here on this channel, here, now, and forever. As always, no matter what, remember it and say it loud and proud. Go Cowboys! Let's get that, 6 and beyond. One day. And get to 7 and 8 and not, we're dreaming still. It'll be in 20 years maybe that happens. Thank you guys for dropping your knowledge in the chat all night long. Seriously. Cannot do this without the back and forth there. Thank you guys for dropping the love from above. Those that did that help out the channel today. Truly appreciate you, especially with these kind of performances. And what can I say other than embarrassing for our team, for our fan base. It's horrible. And also, as we clock out and drop out for tonight, as we relock and reload for a new week, a bye week, starting tomorrow, and here on MCF for our Week 6 regular season live reaction. And it was a horrible live reaction against the Detroit Lions. We had our asses handed to us. Never forget, guys, before we can drop out for the night, baby, let them know what we got to do before we get on out of here and drop out of this fucking horrible loss.
We got to drop the beat.
We got dropped. The beat's been dropped. It's a wrap here for the week. Congrats to John Luna, Chill Pill, Skeptical Fan taking over the different parts of the board here, and Jet Li still hanging on. That stream boss. Thank you all. You could be anywhere. Seriously, I know we had like 70, 80 people. Now we're down to like 20. You guys all could have been anywhere on YouTube or anywhere. You're here chilling and suffering with us. Thank you for that here on a live reaction on our 2024 horrible Dallas Cowboy team. And my 3-3 is fool's gold. Maybe we should be 1-5. The reality. And our Week 6 dismantling of ourselves here by the Detroit Lions, who tore us a new one. No jokes on that. Here, though, on this channel, it's about that navy blue, that silver too, that star over everything. No matter what, here, guys, on My Cowboys Family, never forget the number one thing here on this channel. You guys that keep the thing going. Hit that like button for the stream, even if it was a horrible game. Hit that subscribe button for the channel and keep it growing. And hit that notification bell to all videos so you know when we're going live. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and X on at My Cowboys Family and Discord. The link is in the description down below. Also, stay safe, guys. We'll see you back here sometime this week for a couple streams. We hit our bye week looking like shit once again, especially at home. Nothing new there, though. It seems like it's accepted by the front office and this team. As we're on our way out, guys, again, stay safe. We'll see you soon. Peace, and never, ever forget, no matter fucking what, go Cowboys!
Monk on the beat. Monk on the